last night. Of course, we watch and we check and,
Bobby Brink and Tyson Forster on the wings. Noah Cates is going to get the start at center. Time now to go between the pipes, which is being presented by Advanced Drainage Systems. ADS is a global leader in the production of environmentally friendly solutions to responsibly manage water. At ADS, they are helping the world to manage our most precious resource. And here is the goaltending matchup tonight. It is Jet Greaves. No surprise. Back in net for the Blue Jackets. Appearance number 10 in the National Hockey League this year. His record is 5-2-2. He's got a 2.22 goals against average, and he has a .927 save percentage. Sam Ersson will make the start for the Philadelphia Flyers. This will be his 47th appearance of the year. He is 22-16-5. He's got a 3.14 goals against average and an .882 save percentage. So that's the way these teams are going to start tonight. They are concluding their season series. The Blue Jackets need a win. It's got to be in regulation, and we're about to find out if they're able to do it. The opening faceoff from Philadelphia is coming your way next, right here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Hey everyone, Adney and Verk here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. I would know. I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Shores and Islands, Ohio is the Midwest's favorite getaway. This coastal destination boasts 152 miles of Lake Erie shoreline, the best fishing on the Great Lakes, welcoming communities, rich history, and an abundance of attractions for all seasons. It is home to Cedar Point, Kalahari Resort, and the Lake Erie Islands. This year-round destination invites you to discover waterfront eateries, unique boutique shopping, abundant natural areas, breathtaking views, and cozy places to stay. Shores and Islands, Ohio, where finding your Lake Erie love is a sure thing. shoresandislands.com.
Blue Jackets and the Flyers set to go here in Philadelphia tonight. The Blue Jackets are wearing their road uniforms. That is the white jersey with the Union blue and red trim, the blue pants, white socks, and white helmets. On the front of that jersey, you'll find the Safe Light patch, Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace. The Philadelphia Flyers are wearing their home orange jerseys with a black and white trim, black pants, orange socks, and black helmets for them. The Blue Jackets will be skating from left to right here in the first period. And the officials for tonight's game, as assigned by the National Hockey League, the referees are Jake Brink and Eric Ferlat, and the linesmen are Kyle Flemington and Matt McPherson. Blue Jackets and the Flyers wrapping up their season series. Philadelphia has won 2 of the first 3 games. Philadelphia got a win in this building on December 21st, 5-4 over the Blue Jackets. They also beat the Blue Jackets 5-3 on December 10th at Nationwide Arena, but the Blue Jackets scored a 3-2 win at home over the Flyers back on January the 14th. Sean Monahan wins the opening faceoff for the Blue Jackets, and we're underway as the Blue Jackets try to move it up the left wing boards and into the Flyers zone. Bobby Brink knocks it away, and here come the Flyers with a man driving the net. Shot is blocked by Dante Fabro, and the puck comes off the end boards right to Chet Greaves, who covers it up. Tyson Forster not wasting any time in trying to get that first shot to the net, and as I said, it did get blocked by Fabro. And so the face-off is going to be set up in the right wing circle of the Blue Jacket zone. You can tell just from the opening face-off, the Flyers are here to play tonight, and they're here to be a spoiler at home in their final home game of the season. Puck is sent behind the Philadelphia net. Blue Jackets go in and fish it out. Boone Jenner got hit as he was trying to make a pass, and Tyson Forster takes it away, outlets it up the left wing side. It's brought into the Blue Jacket zone. Noah Coates trying to get it to the front of the net. It does go off a stick. And Dante Fabro clears it out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Marchenko. In on the left wing side. Pulls up, takes a shot. Ersson makes a save. He didn't control the rebound all that well. But the Flyers will come up with the puck. And they will skate it around. And Noah Cates looking for room to clear. Can't find that room yet. Now he's just going to bring it out from behind the net. He'll peel back in there, too. He wants to hand it off to the defense, but hasn't been able to get that done. As the Blue Jackets are coming with a pretty good forechecking effort right here. Finally, is played back behind the net, and Jamie Drysdale will take over. And Drysdale will bring it up to the blue line and slide it through the neutral zone. Travis Konechny gets that puck into the Blue Jackets' head. Ivan Provorov, the former Flyer, will flip it out right onto the stick of Kent Johnson. Finds James Van Riemsdyk. That's another Flyer that sends that puck down along the end boards. Van Riemsdyk put it in front, and turning and trying to direct it into the net was Adam Fantilli, and he just did send it wide left. What a great opportunity set up there early on by the Blue Jackets as Konechny gets knocked down in the neutral zone. No penalty on the play, and the Flyers will regroup inside of their own end with a puck on their stick. 0-0 game here in the opening 2 minutes at the Wells Fargo Center. Sean Couturier puts the puck in along the end boards in the Blue Jacket zone. Eric Branson tries to get it as Philadelphia steals it away. Igor Zamula over to the right side, and the Flyers send it toward the net. There's a lot of traffic in front. The puck bounces up the near wall, and Zamula's going to keep it alive. Puts it onto the stick of Ryan Poehling. And out of the front of the net, and the Blue Jackets again tying up sticks. Philadelphia with a great push here at the beginning of the game. Back out to the left wing side, Owen Tippett has it knocked off his stick, and this one is going to be cleared right back out into the neutral zone. And now one of the Flyers falls down in his own end, and what a great job he did as Emile Andre fell down, and even while he was on his backside, pulled the puck in toward the body so he had enough time to pop back up onto his skates and continue to control it and not allow the Blue Jackets to have a free pass there. Once again, Philadelphia tips it into the Blue Jacket zone, but they do so from behind the red line. This is going to be an icing call, and that was going to force Philadelphia back into their own end. Just one shot on goal. It was Marchenko's shot. Face off in the left wing circle of the Flyers end. Sean Corrali will take the draw here, and Corrali loses this one. Flyers have it. Zamula moves it around the boards, and Philly will flip it in the air and out to the neutral zone. Brought down by Werenski and quickly handed off to Fabro. Off the right side, it's Zach Aston Reese. Plays it behind the Flyers net. Harrison out to stop it. Moves it around to the near wall. And this one is going to get to the blue line, and it is eventually going to get out. Werenski chasing it down inside of his own zone. Clears it up the near wall. It's kept in and then dumped by the Flyers from the blue line. Nick Seeler just threw it from the blue line right in on Jet Greaves. He was hoping to get a tip for... So the faceoff will be in the left wing circle. The Flyers win it. Out to the blue line, it's Seeler. He holds, has no shooting lane. Down to the left wing corner, Bobby Brink. Across the ice and held on to by the Flyers. They'll dump it back to the left wing corner. Blue Jackets trying to get position. Denton Matejchuk, he got that position. Got it to Marchenko, who can't chip it out of the zone. Back down to Brink to the side of the net. Wants to walk it in front. What a save by Greaves as he denied him right in the crease. And now Marchenko gets it to the neutral zone off a glove, and Jenner will pick it up. Comes in on the right side. He's got a man right there with him, so he stops. Tries to pass to the high slot. Provorov with it. Takes his shot. That one got blocked. I don't know if it got blocked or if it just hit Nick Seeler. I mean, it never made it to the net. I'm not saying Seeler was trying to block it. I think it just found his body, and it didn't make it all the way there. And the Flyers again will put it in the air and drop it back at the Blue Jackets line. Jordan Harris. He had pressure right on him there by Tyson Forster, but he got it away to Eric Branson, who hands it back to Harris, who now finds Adam Fantilli. Fantilli cutting up the left wing side. Drops it on the left wing boards for Kent Johnson. All the way across. Bobbled by James Van Riemsdyk. He'll play it behind the net. Jamie Drysdale takes it for Philadelphia. Now he finds Matvei Michkov. And Michkov gets it in the high slot. Takes his shot off the stick and missed the net. Puck to the near wall. Philadelphia brings it back in. Michkov out to the blue line. Cam York hands it to Drysdale. Back to York. He's got some room. Takes his shot, and that room was gone. Kent Johnson blocked the shot. Michkov now to the high slot. Here's a shot. Caught by Greaves, and he holds on. And there will be a faceoff. It's all Philadelphia right now when it comes to the pressure that is being put on and sustained pressure inside of the Blue Jackets zone. So, again, the Blue Jackets, they knew this. They knew they had to be ready for it. This is one of those classic cases of weather the first 10 minutes of the game in the opposing building. And that's what they're in the middle of right now as Ryan Poehling is out to take the faceoff against Cole Sillinger. This will be to the glove side of Jet Greaves, and Philly wins the draw. Drysdale puts it over to Owen Tippett. Now back to Ryan Poehling. He has it knocked off his stick. Sillinger will bring it in and get it over to Mathieu Olivier. He puts it on the forehand and drops it to the right wing corner of the Flyers' end and goes chasing for it. He's in there against two, maybe three orange jerseys now. Voronkov comes in to try and help out. Two big boys trying to dig it free in the corner. Poehling pushing on Voronkov. As again, everybody's still trying to move the puck, so there's no whistle here. Flyers would love one, but it comes back to the blue line. Werenski got it over to Fabro. He took a shot and it just missed the net. And now the Flyers will be able to clear it out. Tippett over on the far wall, tries to make a pass, goes off a skate right to the Blue Jackets. Olivier carries in on the right wing side, holds, tried to put it in front, went off the skate of Cole Sillinger. Olivier gets to it again as he puts it to the end boards. It is picked up by the Flyers, and it was Emile Andre that got to it. And now he'll just play it ahead, and Philadelphia is going to settle things down. They're just going to settle it down inside of their own end and make a line change here. They're out shooting the Blue Jackets 3-1. It's a 0-0 game. 14-19 remains in the opening period. And the Flyers tip it inside of the Blue Jacket zone. Then Matejchuk puts it in the air, got it outside the blue line. Philadelphia does reset, and they'll send it back in. Matejchuk, first guy to get to the puck, and he's got pressure. Provorov will take it. Provorov trying to avoid pressure, and he does. And the puck is going to be chipped back out by Justin Danforth. Flyers cut it off just inside of their own blue line, clear it back to the Blue Jackets line, and that's where Provorov is. As he finds Corrali, backhands it in on the right wing side. Danforth in the corner. He's got it. He had some room. Now that room is gone. Skates it back to the half wall. Backhand pass to the blue line. Matejchuk puts it back off the boards on the right side to Danforth. Down to Corrali. Uses those boards to get it back to Matejchuk. Slides it across left side. Provorov with a shot. Missed the net. Matejchuk hustling to the near wall. Gets position. Found Corrali. And Corrali's pass for Danforth bounced away. And it's Zach Aston Reese who has to come back into the neutral zone and pick it up once again. Both teams are going to change here. Corrali wanted that puck back from Provorov, and Provorov, I think, wisely just held on to it while the Blue Jackets went for a change. Here's a puck that comes to Boone Jenner in the high slot. Gives to Goodbranson, trying to throw it down low, and it did go off the stick of Marchenko. It missed the net. It also slowed down a ton after that tip. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. Blue Jackets back on the right wing side. Jenner stops on the half wall. Across the ice off the boards. Werenski takes a shot. Save made. Rebound goes trickling right through the crease. And the Blue Jackets couldn't get another stick on it. And now here comes Philadelphia on the rush. Bobby Brink up the middle. Takes a shot. And it's off the blocker. And then off the shoulder of Jed Greaves. The Blue Jackets come on the counterattack immediately. Monahan sends it back in. High over the net. Off the glass. He goes chasing for it. Marchenko in to help out. Flyers dig it free first, though. And they put it off Monahan's stick and into the bench area. 12:25 is what's left in the first period. Blue Jackets nothing and the Flyers nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
Jackets fans, here's to game days. Here's to Leo and the national anthem. Here's to the fifth line and the best fans in hockey. Here's to the toe drags and the wicked wristers, the shootouts and the shutouts, the loud, the proud, and everything that makes a Jackets game.
Doesn't get any better than this!
A Jackets game. Experience it all for yourself. Get your tickets today at BlueJackets.com.
Do you know your rights if you've been injured in a rideshare accident? Call us at Elk & Elk. We'll protect your rights and negotiate the maximum compensation for your injuries. Call Elk & Elk at 1-800-ELK-OHIO for a free and private consultation.
At Worthington Steel, we are proud to make products the world uses every day. Stronger, better performing, and more durable. The steel we process goes into everything from cars, electric and hybrid vehicles, to buildings and more. We transform steel, we lightweight it, we electrify it. Together, we are driving the metals industry into a sustainable future. We're proud of what we do, and we've been proud to call Columbus home for 70 years. Go Jackets!
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit BlueJackets.com/PowerPlayChallenge.
0-0 the score here in Philadelphia in the first period. Time to give you a chance to win a game-used stick. It was used by Kent Johnson. And to get that stick, all you have to do is grab your phone. And you can text Kent to 26791. Again, text Kent to 26791 for your chance to win that game-used stick by Kent Johnson. Message and data rates may apply. Face off in the left wing circle of the Flyers end. Adam Fantilli will take it against Sean Couturier. Couturier, one of the best face-off guys in the league, and he wins this draw. Now turnover, though. Kent Johnson down the slot, finds Fantilli, and he takes a shot that got tipped off his stick, and it went high and up over the glass. Probably not the guy you want to leave standing wide open there, Adam Fantilli. He's got 4 goals in the last 2 games. He's up to having 29 on the season. Flyers do end up blocking the shot, however. Couturier again, another win. Puck goes behind the net, and here comes the pressure. So the Flyers are just going to lift it in the air out to the neutral zone. Settled down by Werenski, gives it to Fabro up the right side, tipped in by Kent Johnson. Ayerson, the goaltender, goes behind the net. Jams it back up the near side. Couturier's got it, tries to make a pass, but Kent Johnson broke that up. Fantilli goes down to the corner, gets the puck on his stick, passes it in Johnson's direction, and went off his stick to the left wing boards, and there's a shot from Werenski down parallel to the goal line, and Ayerson makes a stop, and he holds on, and a face-off is upcoming. So that's a good shift out of the break for the Blue Jackets right there. It really is, because they've been spending a lot of time inside of their own zone, and they come out and they get that sustained pressure, this time in the Flyers' end. And they win the draw again. Matejchuk put it off the stick of Matthew Olivier. Sillinger finds it, though. Along the blue line, gives to Olivier with a shot. Save was made by Ayerson. And there was a rebound chance there. Now Sillinger gets it, fired it toward the net. The Flyers have the sticks down, and they get to it before their goaltender has to make the save. Now Ivan Provorov drags this one all the way back into his own zone, hands it to Matejchuk on the left wing side. Matejchuk up the ice, drops it toward the right wing corner. Voronkov gets there, and he faked as though he was going to backhand rim it around the boards. And then he tried to feed it to Sillinger. The Flyers weren't fooled. They intercept the pass. They'll clear it back into the Blue Jacket zone. Contention fires it up the left wing side. Matthew Olivier back to the middle of the ice. It's a little bit behind Dmitry Voronkov. So he'll send it over to Eric Branson, who has just come off the bench. 10:55 to play in the opening period. 0-0 game. Jordan Harris up the middle. Has it go off the stick of Zach Aston Reese down along the end boards. Justin Danforth gets there first. Now Aston Reese out to the left point. Harris with it. Shoots it toward the net. Save made, and there's a rebound. The Blue Jackets are digging for it. Harrison can't quite find it. It goes bouncing toward the far wall, and Garnett Hathaway will get it on his stick and try to skate it out of danger. Puts it up the left wing side, and Nicolas Delaurier will drop it back. Nick Seeler will just set up behind his own net. There is a delayed penalty coming against the Blue Jackets here. I believe it's going to be for a trip against Hathaway. So the extra attacker is on for the Flyers, and they bring the puck up the ice on the rush. Bobby Brink into the Blue Jacket zone. Jordan Harris takes him to the boards and gains possession, and the penalty will be assessed with 10:06 to go here in period number 1. The Flyers about to go on the power play. First one issued in the game.
Columbus, number 17, 2 minutes for tripping.
Justin Danforth going to the box. So the Blue Jackets on the Vector Security penalty kill. They're 23rd in the league. Killing off 76.5% of the power plays against. Philadelphia Flyers are 30th in the league on the power play. Doesn't mean they can't get one, though. You can't just figure that this is going to be easy. Nothing is going to be easy in this game. Flyers win the faceoff. Bobby Brink's out at the blue line. Sends it across to Matvei Michkov. Down into the right wing corner. Goodbranson gets wrapped up there. And he's tied up by Tyson Forster. Now there's a crowd of bodies. Couturier gets knocked down by Provorov. Michkov trying to dig the puck out. The officials letting things go here. That puck is loose now, and it's out to the right point. Brink's got it. Comes left side for Konechny. Travis Konechny out toward the blue line. Across the ice he goes. Couturier back to Konechny. Walks it in, comes down low, and no shot by Michkov. He gathers it, goes back to the half wall, then he lost control. He grabs it back just before it slides outside the blue line, and they bump it into the right wing circle. A one-timer taken there by Tyson Forster and stopped by Jet Greaves. And he holds on for the faceoff. A lot of time coming off that clock with that tie-up along the boards. Minute 17 left on the power play. Blue Jackets need a face-off win here, and Couturier is out there for Philadelphia. Sillinger for the Blue Jackets, and Sillinger kind of kicked it back toward the blue line, and Matthew Olivier got around his man, but wasn't able to push it outside the line. He pushed it up into his own bench. And we'll have another face-off in the same spot. Sillinger will try it again. Konechny wants a quick word with Couturier. And he wanted the puck. Couturier wins it right to him. Flyers set it up on the half wall. Now back out to the blue line. Left side, Travis Konechny's got it. Slides it down toward the corner. Forster back to Konechny on the half wall. Philadelphia looks it over. Center point. Bobby Brink back to Konechny with a one-time shot. That was on the short side there. And Jet Greaves got a piece of it. Knocked it up over the glass. That'll leave 56 seconds in the power play. Philly's going to stay with the same unit. But why wouldn't they? First of all, you want the puck. So you leave Couturier out there. Corrali taking the draw against him now. Corrali ties him up. Plays it over to the far wall. And getting it is Goodbranson. And he will clear it off the stick of Bobby Brink and out to the neutral zone. Corrali goes to get it in front of the bench. It's a great win by Corrali on the battle, but he can't skate it into the zone. Flyers knock it free, and Konechny's got it. Gives it to Forster, now to Michkov on the left side. Back to the front. There's a shot. Save made by Greaves, and he quickly covers. Boy, the Flyers, they worked that in there beautifully. But Jet Greaves just says absolutely not. He looked behind him. He wasn't quite sure where the puck was, and then he looked, and it was lying right in front of him. And that's where he wanted to find it, for sure. Face-off down the left wing circle. And Monahan is out for the Blue Jackets, who cannot clear the zone. Flyers take a shot. There's a save, and the rebound's in front of the net, and then chipped out by Monahan. all the way down into the Flyers' end. 23 seconds left in this power play chance for Philadelphia. Jamie Drysdale circles behind his own net. And now he puts it on the left side. Paling brings it in. Back to Drysdale. Good job by Jenner to knock it off his stick. Fabro's got a chance to get to the puck on the near side, and he will clear it out to the neutral zone. And that's going to do it for the power play. Out of the box comes Justin Danforth. The Blue Jackets still in a 0-0 game. 8 minutes to go here in period number 1. Flyers at the red line. They get it in, and Dante Fabro just as quickly gets it right back out. Danforth played it off the wall. He was hoping Fantilli could get there, but that connection was never made. Danforth gets it back, finds Marchenko, busting in on net, takes a shot. Ersson with a big save. Oh, he just did fully extend the left pad and the glove to make sure that one stayed out. So the Blue Jackets now with a good opportunity gone awry. And here come the Flyers on the rush up the right wing side. They carry it into the Blue Jacket zone. Keep coming to the near wall, and a good job there by Marchenko coming back on the back check to help out. And the Flyers are going to be forced back inside of their own blue line once again. 7:20 to go here in period number 1. And Philadelphia trying to set up the breakout. And they've got the puck. Nick Seeler slides it over on the right side. Travis Sanheim got it to the blue line, comes back to Seeler, and now he'll get the center red and put it in. Greaves will just stop it behind the net. Gives it to Matejchuk. Long pass up the near side. Got tipped by Kent Johnson. Puck lying on the boards near the penalty box. Couturier takes it, and he hands it off to Konechny. Back to Couturier. He's got some room here. Now he tries to throw it to the top of the right wing circle, which he does. They put it down low, and the shot hit the side of the net. Oh, they had Greaves out of position and still couldn't beat him. Philadelphia continues to control. And a penalty's coming here against Voronkov. He just hooked Couturier. Flyers still have the puck again. They'll bring the extra attacker out. And they get it to the extra attacker. Owen Tippin with a shot save made. Couturier comes behind the net, puts it back in front. The Blue Jackets pounce on it, and the penalty will now be assessed. 6:25 to go here in period number 1. Flyers are going back on the man advantage, but it's a 0-0 game. Right here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
The NFL Draft is coming, and the place for the latest information is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This guy's decision-making is impressive.
Our experts will tell you what your team needs.
They've got to get better around Geno Smith.
And which players will make an impact.
Cleveland, they might already say the number one's going to be Ward, so we got to be prepared. Who do we like it to the most?
SiriusXM NFL Radio gets you ready for the NFL Draft on Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
301 days since the hit on Chris Draper.
The Colorado Avalanche at the Detroit Red Wings, March 26, 1997, brawl in Hockeytown.
Now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. And look who came all the way out to try to help. Patrick Roy. Oh my goodness. Vernon and Roy. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments, NHL Network Radio.
December 27th, 2000, well into retirement, which included a 1997 Hockey Hall of Fame induction, and also becoming owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux, 44 months after hanging up the skates, called it a comeback.
33 seconds into the game, Mario Lemieux will get an assist in his first shift back. Lemieux, stop! Mario, it is back!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
6:25 left in the first period, and it's 0-0 between the Flyers and the Blue Jackets. Right now, it's time to play some Jackets math. Respond to @CBJ Radio on X to win 2 tickets to the Blue Jackets Islanders game on Thursday. I'll announce the winner during the post-game show. Here's the equation. The Blue Jackets' all-time win total against the Flyers divided by Boone Jenner's career goal total against the Flyers. Get the number, send it to @CBJ Radio on X. Here's Bob McElligott.
Blue Jackets about to go in their second vector security penalty kill of the game. Faceoff is won by Sean Monahan. The puck goes around the boards to Boone Jenner. Jenner's at the red line, and he will just float it right in on Sam Ersson, the goaltender for Philadelphia. He's trying to hand it off to Bobby Brink, who's overskated. Now he'll get back to it and find Travis Konechny. Hand it back to Brink, bring it up the ice. Peeking over his shoulder, seeing where he can drop it, and he gets it back to Konechny. Looking for Couturier near side. He didn't get it. Michkov does. Matvei Michkov Putting that puck down along the end board. Ivan Provorov tried to cut it off. Couldn't quite do it. Couturier's got it now on the left wing boards. Rolled it out to the left point. Brink will skate it along the blue line. Back over to Couturier. He's got some room. Hands it to Konechny instead. Flyers are packing it in front of the net. They get it to Forster. He wanted to slide it across the crease. Had nothing there. Back to Konechny in the left wing circle. Give it back to Forster. Now to Konechny again with a shot. Save is made. The rebound out the other side. And Boone Jenner will just bang it right over the blue line and out to the neutral zone. Once again, Flyers bring it in. Forster getting it to the near wall. Blue Jackets knock it free, but not out of the zone. Michkov will come down and pick it up behind the net. Slides it over to the left wing side to Travis Konechny. He walks into the circle, surveys things, gets it to the middle. The Blue Jackets got a stick on that puck, and Provorov got it to Zach Aston Reese, and he did the job and cleared it. And he will send the Flyers all the way back deep inside of their own zone. Only 30 seconds remaining on this power play chance. Jamie Drysdale gets it across to Ryan Poehling. He's up the ice with speed. Now he slows down, and the Blue Jackets steal the puck away. Sillinger comes up the ice. He was looking to see if Olivier could get back into that play, maybe create a 2-on-2, but that didn't work, so Sillinger just played it deep into the zone. Now the Flyers will work it to the red line and dump it in. Fabro to the near boards. He gets it, tries to clear it out. With the help of Sillinger, he will. Philadelphia's got it again. Owen Tippett gets around on the right wing side, put it to the boards. We go back to 5-on-5. Flyers are still in the Blue Jackets' end, however. And now on the end boards, it's Fabro that gets the puck. Got pressure, but he'll throw it around and get it out beyond the blue line. Voronkov fresh out of the box, going in on the forecheck, and he picks up the puck. And he holds it, and he tries to pass it. He gave it right back to the Flyers. They put it in the air. Matejchuk will glove it down. He's under pressure by Owen Tippett. Skates away from that pressure by going back into his own zone. Shots on goal in favor of the Flyers, 9-8. Marchenko, nice job to pull the puck around a man right off the boards. Got it to Voronkov, who plays it down to Fantilli. And Fantilli in the corner had it knocked away. Flyers will get it out to the neutral zone, but it's picked up by Provorov, who gets it across quickly to Matejchuk. And he'll turn it back to the red line and put it in. He got hammered by Garnett Hathaway at the end of that play. As Philadelphia will again carry out to the neutral zone. Again, a nice stick check by Marchenko to make a steal. He brought it in, and now they return the favor on. Took it away from him. And Nicholas Deslauriers comes up the ice. In on the right wing side. Drops it off for Hathaway. And now got it down to Sanheim, who lost an edge and fell down without being touched. The Blue Jackets will clear it right back out through center ice. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in period number 1. Blue Jackets nothing and the Flyers nothing. The Flyers are living up to their name. They're flying here. They are skating well. They are moving quickly. Werenski gets the puck to Goodbranson. Short pass ahead to Monahan. He'll outlet it up the left wing side. It got tipped off the stick of Kent Johnson, so there will be no icing as it goes into the Flyers zone. Philadelphia trying to play it out of the far corner. They will. Matvei Michkov right ahead to his own blue line to Sean Couturier. Lifts it in the air. Picked up by Konechny, and then a great stick check by the Blue Jackets to take away a shot attempt by Zamula. Puck's out to the neutral zone. Kent Johnson will get it. Johnson forces it over the blue line, and I mean forces it. He had pressure. I don't even know how he got it in there, but he did. Philly skates it back out. They go wide on the right side, and it's going to be picked up and brought in by Emil Andre. Sends it down around the boards. Blue Jackets battle. The near side, Zach Aston Reese takes it away from the Flyers' Noah Cates. Back out to the neutral zone, and Aston Reese flips it into the Flyers' end. And this thing is back and forth, up and down the ice right now. And Sean Corrali comes back into his own zone, pushes the puck to Ivan Provorov. Up the left side, Zach Aston Reese lifts it in the air, goes off the body of Nick Seeler, and now winds up in the Philadelphia bench as we get pushing and shoving. Cates is involved with Danforth and Zach Aston Reese. With 1:46 seconds left to play here in period number 1, it's the Blue Jackets nothing and the Flyers nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Shores and Islands, Ohio is the Midwest's favorite getaway. This coastal destination boasts 152 miles of Lake Erie shoreline, the best fishing on the Great Lakes, welcoming communities, rich history, and an abundance of attractions for all seasons. It is home to Cedar Point, Kalahari Resort, and the Lake Erie Islands. This year-round destination invites you to discover waterfront eateries, unique boutique shopping, abundant natural areas, breathtaking views, and cozy places to stay. Shores and Islands, Ohio, where finding your Lake Erie love is a sure thing. shoresandislands.com.
Blue Jackets fans, when it comes to power and reliability, Chevy trucks are always at full strength. Led by Silverado, built for the grind with durable engines and advanced capability to help you keep the toughest jobs in check. There's Colorado, versatile and performance ready, thanks to its aggressive off-road design and engineering excellence. When it's time to face off against a formidable challenge, get yourself a Chevy truck. See your Central Ohio Chevy dealers today. Chevrolet, proud sponsor of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit bluejackets.com/powerplaychallenge.
Elk & Elk is committed to helping everyone, including those who protect us. That's why we're proud to be the presenting partner of Military Salutes. We celebrate our nation's military members and thank them for their service. Elk & Elk, official partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Just a minute and 46 seconds left in the first period in Philly, and it's still 0-0 between the Flyers and the Blue Jackets. On the nationwide NHL scoreboard, it's 1-1 in Boston. The Bruins are taking on the Devils. Then in Buffalo, it's 0-0 between the Sabres and the Maple Leafs. Finally, north of the border in Ottawa, the Blackhawks lead the Senators 2-1 as we go back to Bob McElligott.
Faceoff is in the left wing circle of the Philadelphia end. Sean Monahan will take the draw for the Blue Jackets. Going up against Noah Cates, and the Blue Jackets have the puck. Dante Fabro gets a shot toward the net, and that one hit traffic. It's cleared away from the front of the net by Travis Sanheim and out to the neutral zone. Blue Jackets trying to battle to get to it. Monahan kept away by Cates. Now as the Blue Jackets flipping ahead, some pretty good vertical leap there by Nick Seeler to glove it down. Send the Blue Jackets back to their own blue line. Werenski will play it up the ice off a stick, drops along the end boards. Sanheim puts it over on the right side. Seeler tries to clear it out. Comes to the blue line, and it does come out. Marchenko was stuck in the zone. He couldn't play it. And Philly's going to make a line change as they're right in front of their own bench. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in period number 1 of a 0-0 game. Puck was bobbled there by Nick Seeler, so he'll just play it in. Eric Branson trying to move it around his man. Ryan Poehling got to it. Owen Tippett now with the puck, puts it on the right side. Here's a shot, and that one goes high. Puck comes outside the blue line. Cam York back to get to it for the Flyers. Passes up the near side. Good Branson. Nice stick lift there on Owen Tippett. And Matthew Olivier will jam it off the boards and get it ahead to Voronkov. Tried to send it in Sillinger's direction. It went off a stick and high. Sillinger's got it down behind the net. Brings it out to the blue line, and a shot by Branson gets blocked. Provorov turns and fires one, just missed. Voronkov tried to pick it off the end boards and scoop it back toward the net, but had a man in his way. Back to the blue line. Ivan Provorov skating with the puck. 15 seconds left in the period. Here's a shot. Save is made. The puck's in the crease. And finally, Ersson covers it with only 10.5 seconds left to play here in the first period. You're listening to Blue Jackets Hockey. It's being brought to you by Grippo's. Grippo's, the fun food company. Okay, the Blue Jackets working for some chances now. And Samuel Ersson doing a pretty nice job getting some help from Jamie Drysdale there, boxing out the Blue Jackets. Face off in the right wing circle. Fantilli will take it against Couturier. Fantilli brings it to the near wall. Kent Johnson couldn't get to it. Fantilli gets back to it. Only 6 seconds left in the period as he gets wrapped up. Now takes a shot from the blue line. He had to force the shot, and it hit Kent Johnson. And so time expires here in period number 1. But well-played period, actually, by both teams. They finished with 9 shots apiece, and both had their opportunities. And we'll see what happens here after this first period. But well done. Well done so far by the Blue Jackets. Going to talk to Cole Sillinger here in just a second. As soon as he gets back the hallway and down there at the Blue Jackets dressing room. Nice period by Cole. Good shift there, especially late in the period by he and his line mates. He had 6 shifts in that first period. So So it's a 0-0 game between the Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers. Cole Sillinger is with me right now. And, Cole, I'll tell you, it seemed like each of you had your push as a team. They had theirs early. You guys weathered the storm, and you brought it back near the end of the period there.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job on the penalty kill there both times, and obviously, Jet made some huge stops, and it's a good hockey game. Both teams are working.
You're one of those penalty killers, and I know you don't want to be shorthanded, but it's also kind of a fun role, isn't it? It's more fun when you get the job done, but you just get to go out there and you get to be aggressive and you get to play free.
Yeah, stay within our structure, and definitely a nice feeling when you get rewarded with not lining anything up, and obviously penalty kills are part of the game, so it was huge for our group there.
One of the things that is going to be tough in this game, just because of one guy that the Flyers can put out there, Sean Couturier has been so good at winning faceoffs throughout his entire career, and that's an area where sometimes you guys struggle with. So what can you do, especially that guy in particular, to tie him up a little bit more?
I think it's just bearing down and not overthinking it, and like you said, obviously there's some veteran presence in there, but not being too worried about anything, just kind of being hard and making sure you're not getting beat clean if you're getting beat.
Cole, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Cole Sillinger of the Blue Jackets, he and his teammates in a 0-0 tie with the Philadelphia Flyers here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey parents, if you're interested in getting your child started in hockey, listen up. The Blue Jackets Get Out and Learn program presented by Safelite in association with Apex Pros introduces first-time participants ages 5 to 9 to the sport of hockey for free. Each participant gets 30 minutes of instruction, a free stick and a ball, jersey or t-shirt to keep. Register for an ice or street hockey clinic now at bluejackets.com/goal. That's bluejackets.com/goal.
Welcome to the Intermission Report. Here is Dylan Tyre with a recap of the first period.
One period in the books at the Wells Fargo Center, and it's a 0-0 tie between the Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers. Pretty evenly played first period, but let's hear more about it from Jody Shelley of FanDuel Sports Network. Jody, even when it comes to the numbers in that first period, what'd you think of the actual play on the ice?
Well, I was surprised at the Flyers and how they're a fast team. They've got good young skill, the way they move the puck pretty freely. A couple power plays with some really good chances. I think it's only a 0 because of Jet Greaves and his play, and also Harrison for the Flyers. The Blue Jackets had, I would say, 3 really good chances. Kirill Marchenko's flying out there here tonight in Philadelphia. The penalties kind of throw off the bench a little bit, so we'll see. If they can keep it 5-on-5 and maybe get a couple opportunities themselves, I like the Blue Jackets' chances, especially with the way Greaves has continued to play here tonight.
Jet Greaves has given this team such a jolt, it feels like. Do you find that kind of palpable on the ice, that there's something different about this group when he's in net?
Yeah, you know what? There is we know Jet is such an appreciative young man, and he understands the opportunity. And, I've been in locker rooms where you see a goaltender like that who has grinded it out in the American Hockey League, has a great attitude, and comes in and you're just watching him live a dream, right, and appreciating where he's at and doing an excellent job while being in the Blue Jackets uniform. So, yes, you do feel it. You pull for a guy like that when you're on his team, and nothing against anybody else in the Blue Jackets organization. It's just Jet right now is coming in at the right time, at the top of his game, and plus he's doing that work, so he's earning a lot of respect in front of him as well.
The Blue Jackets right now are in a pretty unique position where they've got one path to the playoffs, and you had the unique opportunity to be in Montreal last night. They lose that game in kind of a weird shootout against the Blackhawks. So can you tell us, what's the vibe in Montreal right now? Are they starting to get a little bit nervous?
They were nervous going into yesterday's game, against the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blue Jackets and their play of late, and for the Montreal Canadiens, not seeing that X by their name, meaning they've clinched a playoff spot where they were up by 8 points just last week. There was pressure last night going in. The first period for the Montreal Canadiens could not have started any better. They had this young kid, Demidov, who they've tracked his flight from Russia, and apparently was the most tracked flight in the world that day. I mean, this kid comes over. He was drafted last summer, and he comes in as a sensation already. He takes a rookie lap, and the place is exploding with him just in his rookie lap before warm-up. Then he gets an assist in his second shift. They cheered every stride he had. And then he got a goal in the first period, and then they took a penalty, and the building changed. Like, the building was like nothing I've ever seen in the first part of that first period. And then everything changed. So they're tight. They ended with a lot of disappointment. Now they have to win or get one more point in Game 82. And they're watching this game closely as the Blue Jackets are putting a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah, that Montreal game, Demidov, those first couple of shifts, he did everything for him. And then I didn't think the Canadiens had much after that until they were able to tie it late on that good bounce. The Blue Jackets certainly don't want that in this game. They want to be a little bit more active than Montreal. So coming up in this second period, what do you want to see from the Blue Jackets to get out to a lead?
Well, I like what they're doing. They're getting points at the blue line and bodies in front of the net. It's creating a lot of pressure. They're going to get a bounce in that regard. I think just more disciplined play as they get out of their own end, because they've got some really good speed they need to use through the neutral zone, and just hang out in the Flyers' offensive zone. Hang on to the puck a little bit. Things will open up. This is a team that's playing for nothing. They're going to make errors as they're all looking for points. And for the Blue Jackets right now, be patient and hold on to pucks in the offensive zone. They're going to crack this, and hopefully in the second period open it up a little bit.
All right, Jody, we love to hear it. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Anytime, Dylan. Good talking to you, buddy. Thanks.
All right, that is Jody Shelley of FanDuel Sports Network. Right now, it's 0-0 between the Flyers and the Blue Jackets through 20 minutes at the Wells Fargo Center. We'll be back to tell you a little bit more about period number 1 on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then, a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Getting started in hockey has never been easier. The Blue Jackets Learn to Play program, presented by Performance Columbus in association with Moo Express Car Wash and Kroger, is an introductory ice hockey program for boys and girls ages 4 to 10. Classes are held year-round at the Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks. Registration includes age-appropriate instruction and head-to-toe equipment, yours to keep. Hockey starts here at bluejackets.com/learn-to-play.
Need to tackle your next big project? Choose Ohio Cat for unbeatable construction equipment. From bulldozers to excavators, Ohio Cat delivers power, precision, and performance with the quality you expect. And with our one-stop rental shop, you get top-notch equipment with a long-term commitment. Whether it's a quick job or a major build, if you need it, Ohio Cat rents it. Visit ohiocat.com to explore our equipment options and make your next project a success. Ohio Cat, proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Not a bad start for the Blue Jackets tonight at the Wells Fargo Center. It is 0-0 between the Blue Jackets and the Flyers. Shots dead even in that first period, 9-9. Face-offs, the Flyers did have the slight advantage. They won 56.3% of the draws. The special team, the big difference right now. Flyers 0 for 2 on the power play. The Blue Jackets a perfect 2 for 2 on the Vector Security penalty kill. Still looking for their first opportunity on the AEP power play in this game. We just heard it from Jody Shelley. He said a little bit more discipline from the Blue Jackets in the second period, spend some more time in the offensive zone, and he thinks if they're able to do that, they'll find the first goal in this game. Getting out to that lead is key. The Blue Jackets have had lots of success when scoring first this season, so that first goal would go a very long way tonight at the Wells Fargo Center. All those numbers I just told you, by the way, are puck and player tracking stats brought to you by BBI Logistics. Again, this is a must-win hockey game for the Blue Jackets, and they have to do it in regulation in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Montreal Canadiens need to lose in regulation tomorrow to the Carolina Hurricanes, and if the Blue Jackets win this one in regulation, they'll have another opportunity. They need a regulation win in their last game of the season, Thursday, against the New York Islanders at Nationwide Arena. So a must-win game tonight in Philly, and after a period, it's the Blue Jackets 0 and the Flyers 0. Time for a quick break. When we return, we'll look at some other scores around the NHL, plus give you a live look at our odds brought to you by Fanatics Sportsbook on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Hear every game of the NBA playoffs on SiriusXM.
He's going to fire up a three for the win! He hit it!
Don't miss a second of the action all the way through the NBA Finals.
Tatum has to force a three at the buzzer, and he got it!
And throughout the playoffs, get closer to the storylines that matter on NBA Radio, Channel 86.
There are certain guys that you need to be a part of your roster to win NBA championships.
Listen to home and away broadcasts of every NBA playoff game on your radio and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
March 2nd, 1993, Winnipeg hosts Quebec, where Jets forward Teemu Selanne is 3 goals off the pace of Mike Bossy's rookie record.
Teemu Selanne breaks it. He scores! Ladies and gentlemen, as you're all aware, that goal by Teemu Selanne establishes a new NHL record for goals in one season by a rookie.
The Finnish Flash's record-breaking goal came in his 64th NHL game, and he would finish his rookie season with an overall 76 goals.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier! For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
November 26, 2005, the New York Rangers win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals in the longest NHL shootout at the time, and it was an unlikely hero that emerged for the Blue Shirts in the 15th round with a highlight for the ages.
Malik has not scored this year. In on Kolzig. Fake the legs! Oh, Malik went between his legs!
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
The first intermission report continues with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
0-0 hockey game after a period in Philly, a must-win game in regulation for the Blue Jackets to keep their playoff hopes alive, so they're hoping for the first goal coming up in the second period. Some other games around the league will start off in Boston, where after a period, it's a 1-1 tie between the Bruins and New Jersey Devils. 20 minutes are done in Buffalo, 0-0 between the Sabres and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Then after a frame in Ottawa, the Blackhawks lead the Senators 2-1. At Amalie Arena, halfway through the first period, the Lightning leads the Panthers 1-0. Then halfway through the first on Long Island, the Washington Capitals lead the Islanders 1-0. Right now, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Before, during,
wrist far side, shoots deflected, they score!
hockey lives here. SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Before we head to the second period, let's take a look at the live odds brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 plus. The Blue Jackets are favorites to win this game outright on the money line at minus 160. They're plus 175 to cover a 1.5 goal puck line, and the live over-under sits at 4.5 goals. Again, after one period in Philly, it's the Blue Jackets nothing and the Flyers nothing. Bob McElligot's got the second period next on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove. Not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. I would know. I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Head down to the Arena District, your hockey headquarters. Catch some action on the ice at Nationwide Arena. Or watch the game at one of the Arena District's 20 bars and restaurants. The Arena District is rocking nightly with live entertainment, awesome specials, and convenient parking. Live it up by coming early or staying late. The Arena District is the place to play, meet, eat, and celebrate. Get your game plan on at arenadistrict.com with a complete list of bars, restaurants, concerts, and game schedules. Go Jackets!
Hey, Fifth Line. Brandon Dubinsky here for Limitless Limo, proud partner of your Columbus Blue Jackets. Let Limitless Limo take care of the ride so you and your crew can enjoy another win your way. Our professional drivers will get you to Nationwide Arena and back home safely. We make game day unforgettable with room for up to 40 friends and luxury amenities. Plus, every ride to a Blue Jackets game supports charity. Visit limitless-limo.com and arrive in Limitless Limo luxury no matter what the destination is.
The Blue Jackets are set to hit the ice for the second period. Here's Bob McElligott.
Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers in a 0-0 tie after one period of play here in Philadelphia. Each team also had 9 shots on goal in the first period. There were only 2 power plays. They belong to the Flyers. Well, a tie won't do it for the Blue Jackets. They've got to win in regulation. They have 40 minutes left here, and they would like to put together just a better second period overall. Not that their first period was bad, but they want to be better here in the second period, which is being presented by Fiesel Roofing. Blue Jackets skating from right to left here. Sean Monahan will take the face-off against Noah Cates. That puck is down, and Blue Jackets didn't step up, and so Philadelphia's Bobby Brink will send it into the Blue Jacket zone. Marchenko now chips it off the wall to Boone Jenner. Jenner will lift this back through the neutral zone. Nick Seeler clearing his own end. And the Flyers jamming into the Blue Jacket zone. Werenski will pick it up in front of the net. Zach circles behind the net. Comes up the middle of the ice. Now cuts to his left and puts it onto the stick of Kirill Marchenko. He stands at the red line. Now he'll back it up toward his own blue line and go across the ice for Dante Fabro. Fabro. Left wing pass to Sean Monahan. He will put it on Boone Jenner's stick. Jenner leaves it for Werenski. He'll take a shot, and Ersson sticks it over the glass in the right wing corner. And we're going to face off. That will take place in the left wing circle of the Flyers zone. Blue Jackets looked like they were trying to be a little bit more calculated coming up the ice that time. Trying to get through that Philadelphia defense. Philadelphia's fast. They've got young guys here. They've got guys that are looking to leave a lasting impression. They're trying to, they want to be in the future plans of this organization. And if it's not going to be here, they want to be somewhere. So these are the kind of games that you play and you get a chance to make those impressions. Pass to the neutral zone. Blue Jackets have it. Kent Johnson steps across the blue line, feeds Adam Fantilli into the slot. Ivan Provorov, and he puts it back into the crease, and the Blue Jackets, James Van Riemsdyk, couldn't get a stick on that. And Philadelphia had him tied up pretty well, to be honest with you. Now turnover by Fantilli, trying to pass it to the blue line, and the Flyers take it away. That made Michkov puts it on the left wing side for Sean Couturier. Comes across the ice, Travis Konechny put it in front, and that one goes off a stick and out of play. I think Jet Greaves may have been the one that reached the stick out there. Tipped it away from Michkov. Face-off is now in the Blue Jackets zone. Each one of these goaltenders made at least one big save in the first period of this game. Face-off to be taken by Cole Sillinger. He's going to go up against Ryan Poehling, who's going around and giving some instructions to his teammates before the puck drops. Blue Jackets win it. Poehling going behind the net to challenge Jordan Harris. And the Blue Jackets cannot work that puck out across the blue line. Flyers have it. Oh, now they pass it right to Dmitry Voronkov. He tips it back to Cole Sillinger, who brings it into the Philadelphia zone. Put it down into the far corner, now along the end boards. Voronkov got it back to Olivier. Battles, can't hold on to it. Poehling's got it, and he's got Owen Tippett up the ice with him. Poehling comes in on the right wing side, bobbled the puck, so now he stops. Tries to shoot it toward the net. Sillinger blocks it. Now outlets it up the right wing side for Olivier. Matthew Olivier into the right wing circle, coming all the way around behind the net. Put it off the boards to Sillinger, covering at the left point. Takes a shot. That got blocked. Follow-up chance by Werenski, and Ersson makes a save on that. Ryan Poehling got hit with the initial shot by Cole Sillinger, and he is down on the ice. And his teammates are going to help him up. And he's going back to the bench under his own power. So he's Ryan Poehling will shake off that shot block. Looks like he got him on the inside of the left knee. So just kind of deadened the leg. But he's back on the bench now, and face-off's in the Flyers' end. Monahan wins it to Marchenko. Drops it back to Werenski. Left wing circle with a shot. Save is made. Monahan getting to the rebound initially, and now he had it knocked off his stick. Fabro gets it to Marchenko with a shot, and the save is made by Ersson, and Jenner there to take an extra swat. The Flyers don't like that, but if you're Boone Jenner, you have to, because Ersson just gave up a couple of rebounds, so you're trying to create one. If he doesn't give up one there, you're trying to create one. But there was the one that Monahan just couldn't get the stick free to take a shot on. Actually, looking at the replay, that shot that was coming in was actually tipped by Boone. He was standing, he reached out to the side of the net, was standing in front, and he actually put it on net. Here's Fabro now. Big shot, and he scores! Dante Fabro, lock and load! And the Blue Jackets break the 0-0 tie. They're leading 1-0. Again, sometimes it's the unlikeliest of guys. And it's not that Dante Fabro can't score goals. I mean, he does. But he gets overshadowed by Zach Werenski on that pair when it comes to scoring. This time Werenski gives it to him, and he just hammers it, and Ersson can't get the glove on it. So Dante Fabro picks up goal number 8 on the year. And it comes just 2 minutes and 32 seconds into the second period. Now the Blue Jackets wrist it in from the red line. It comes right in front. Danforth walks in and shoots it on Ersson, who makes the save. Boy, Danforth just went straight to the net. And he was in position for that puck coming off the boards. Now in the neutral zone, Garnett Hathaway will play this back to Jamie Drysdale inside of his own end.
2 minutes, 32 seconds.
Flyers send it up the boards and into the Blue Jacket zone.
Thomas, goal rate of the season. The assist go to Zach Werenski. Sean Monahan.
Sean Monahan got the second assist on that goal. Werenski got the primary assist. Here's Garnett Hathaway on the far wall. Sends the puck down into the corner, goes and picks it up himself. Matejchuk working on him. Zach Aston Reese knocked it free. Nicholas Deslauriers now with the puck, takes a shot from a sharp angle, and Jet Reeves makes the catch and just holds everybody off. But now there's pushing and shoving in front. And Hathaway, this is a line you expect that, right? Deslauriers, Hathaway, they're not out there for finesse. They're out there to get in your face, make things happen. But no Olivier on the ice against Delorier. Not yet. Maybe not tonight, but certainly not yet. The face-off will be in the left wing circle of the Blue Jacket zone. Couturier's out to take the draw against Fantilli. Couturier wins it. Here's a quick shot. Hits traffic, bounces right to James Van Riemsdyk. And he will outlet it off the body of Kent Johnson and into the Flyers' end. Johnson goes to get it. Ersson had a plate, but he gave it to Fantilli. To the blue line, Eric Goodbranson trying to shoot it toward the net. Went off the stick and went high. Comes off the glass. Werenski's down in the left wing corner. He's got it. Steps into the circle. Started to lose control of it. Gets it back on the stick. Comes all the way out to the blue line. Plays it off the backhand to the right wing corner. Van Riemsdyk behind the net and over skating is Adam Fantilli. Kent Johnson comes to get it. Gets it back out to Werenski. One times it and sent it wide. Out the left point. Goodbranson with a shot. Tipped in front by Van Riemsdyk, but it missed the net. JVR's got it again. Steps out in front. Off the end board. Stopped by Ersson. Puck comes over to Goodbranson. Lays it down to Kent Johnson. He'll skate it back toward the blue line. Now cross right wing circle. Fantilli with a shot. And Ersson got square to that. And he took it right off the chest and he covered it as it fell to the ice. So give Sam Ersson a lot of credit there. That puck zipping around all over the place. And he just stayed with it. Tracked it extremely well. Now the face-off will be in the right wing circle. Sillinger's out there with Voronkov and Olivier. Ryan Poehling, after blocking that shot on his last shift, is back out to take the face-off against Cole Sillinger. And Poehling wins it back to the corner. It's going to be pulled in by Emile Andre. Taken away by Olivier, who takes a shot that went high, came off the top of the boards and bounces all the way out to the neutral zone. Provorov inside of his own blue line, got it to Sillinger. Ahead to Voronkov, and goes off his stick. Owen Tippett leaves it for Ryan Poehling. He stops, puts it back to the blue line. Andre trying to get a shot, and he got it forced wide. Got it back out to Poehling, now to the blue line. And the Flyers walk it down the pipe, take a backhanded shot. That's an easy one for Jed Greaves. He makes that save. The backhander coming by Igor Zamula. And now it's going to be carried out by Cole Sillinger. Up the right wing side into the Flyers zone. Tries to play it down low. And Voronkov was there. Gets knocked away from him. Olivier and Voronkov trying to team up and get it back, but Poehling's got it for the Flyers, and he will send it to Owen Tippett up the right wing side. It gets by Tippett. Matejchuk will just flip it over to the far corner, allowing Werenski to go in there and get a stick on it. Back to Dent Matejchuk it comes. Flying around him is Kirill Marchenko. So he gives him that puck. Marchenko gets it back to Werenski in the Flyers zone. On the right wing side, it's Monahan. Jams it behind the net, comes to the left wing boards. Werenski with a shot. That one hit a body in front. Travis Sanheim is who it hit. And it misses the net. Monahan battling for the puck against Noah Cates. Marchenko comes in and he gets it. Now he has it stolen by Nick Seeler. Sanheim trying to clear the zone, can't do it. Fabro keeps it alive. Sends it back down along the end board. Now Jenner to the left point. Werenski looks across the ice, nothing there. Dumps it to the far corner. Sanheim will get it. And Bobby Brink cleared it. I think it went off the linesman. And now Cates will bring it back the other way. Cates trying to center it, and a great job by Werenski to break up that centering feed. Flyers are forced back out to the neutral zone. Here's Marchenko trying to make a steal. Couldn't complete it. But the Flyers also can't skate it into the zone. Marchenko broke up a couple of plays there. He's played some great defense in this game. And yes, I would love to see him play some great offense, and I think that'll come. But right now, he's been able to make some really good defensive plays. Dante Fabro has to hurry to get the puck out of his zone. Laid it up the right side in front of the benches. Got tipped into the Flyers' end. Jamie Drysdale's got it on the stick. Gives it to Cam York. Back to Drysdale at the red line. Fires it in. Goes behind the net to the far side. Jordan Harris lost control of it. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound cleared to the end boards. Good job by Werenski. He's in perfect position to get that puck off the boards and just clear it. And so that was not a problem for Jet Greaves. 13:03 to go here in period number 2. The Blue Jackets lead it 1-0. Samuel Harrison plays the puck to the far boards in his own end. Justin Danforth with a big hit on Cam York. Puck came to the neutral zone. The Blue Jackets will flip it back in, and York gets it in the far circle of his own zone. Shots on goal now favor the Blue Jackets 16-11. They've had some good periods of pressure. They have the one goal. They need to expand upon that. This will not be a one-goal game tonight. I can tell you that Sure as I sit here. Hathaway, centering attempt, broken up by Adam Fantilli. There's that defensive play that I talked with Steve McCarthy about during the pregame show. Konechny now brings one in. He goes across the ice, finds Michkov with a shot that missed the net. That guy's dangerous from wherever he is on the ice. And the Blue Jackets, and I don't want to say dodge a bullet. I mean, they made him take the shot from a little bit further out. Jet had plenty of time to react to it had it been on net. Now the Flyers are going to be called for being offside as they turned it over in the neutral zone and didn't reset. 12:10 to go here in the second period. Dante Fabro has the Blue Jackets up on the Flyers 1-0 on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Chevrolet, proud sponsor of the Columbus Blue Jackets, offering a family of top-shelf SUVs, each one delivering a hat trick of comfort, convenience, and undeniable value. They're Chevy Trax, where desirable meets affordable with advanced safety and loads of tech. The versatile Trailblazer, get impressive capability to conquer the day. And the all-new 2025 Equinox, completely reimagined with dynamic style and practical dependability. Check them out at your Central Ohio Chevy dealers today.
Hey everyone, Adney and Burke here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time to purchase your ticket plan for the 2025-26 season. You can choose the games that you want. You can choose the seats that you want. You take advantage of flexible payment plans as well. Get bonus tickets for friends and family. Find out all about it by going to BlueJackets.com/ticket plans.
God bless our troops. God bless America.
Blue Jackets 1-0 they lead. Dante Fabro, the lone goal of the game. Flyers win the faceoff in the neutral zone. Send the puck down behind the Blue Jackets net. Jet Greaves will leave it for Ivan Provorov. Provorov plays it out to the neutral zone. And backing up inside of his own end is Igor Zamula for Philadelphia. Put it up the left wing boards. Now they get it ahead to Owen Tippett. Tippett has it stripped off his stick. Nice play there by Denton Matejchuk. Blue Jackets throw a long pass up the ice. It goes off of not only Voronkov, but also off of the Flyers. And that means there will be no icing call. Now the Blue Jackets in a delayed offside situation, so they have to reset. Philadelphia's got the puck. Paling will lift it in the air, drop it to the Blue Jacket zone. Flyers wanted to do that to finish off a line change, and that's what they have done. Werenski, long pass up the right side. Finds Olivier. Turn toward the boards, sends the puck down along the inboards behind the net. The Flyers will get to it there. Sean Couturier. Travis Konechny. Now Matvei Michkov across the ice. And Travis Sanheim will flip it in. He gets it to Konechny's stick. And right there is Zach Werenski to put the body on him. Puck came free, but Michkov has it. And a great stick lift from behind by Marchenko. Now Monahan's got the puck in the neutral zone. Puts it on the ice. Comes across to the left side. And there's Zach Werenski. He'll just fire it in from the red line. He had no other play. And Nick Seeler goes to the far corner and gets hit by Monahan. Jars the puck loose. And the Flyers are going to get it back. Monahan tried to get it to Marchenko, and Philadelphia just had a bunch of sticks in the way there. And they're able to break that up, force the Blue Jackets back into their own end. 10.5 minutes to go here in period number 2. Blue Jackets leading 1-0. Boone Jenner tips the puck behind the Flyers' net. Harrison puts it on the far wall. The Flyers clear it out to the neutral zone. And now they've got it. Forster on the left wing side to Couturier. Back across. Sanheim with a shot save made. The rebound comes right back to Jet. And it's still bouncing around to the side of the net. The Flyers can't find it. Now they do. And they go to the left wing circle with a one-timer. And there's a save made by Jet Greaves. Tyson Forster with it again. Comes over to Bobby Brink. Brink coming around behind the net. Had his stick lifted. He'll chase it back down. He's out near the blue line now, across for Cam York. The Blue Jackets had a chance to play it and didn't. Now it's Brink down into the corner. Leave it for Couturier. Back to the blue line. Drysdale's out there and he has it knocked away. And here comes Kent Johnson. But he lost control of the puck and then he spins out. And the Flyers bring it back. Brink to the high slot. One-time shot missed as Forster couldn't get it on target. The Blue Jackets are under pressure here. And they flip that puck free to the neutral zone. Johnson will settle it down. Kent pass through the legs to Fantilli. Powers it to the net. And Ersson makes a save. Now the puck is loose, and he's just going to cover it up with 9:22 left in the second period. I'll tell you what, the Blue Jackets, talk about weathering the storm there. The Philadelphia Flyers had a puck. It was bouncing all over the place. It went off the post. It went from one side to the other side, but when it's all said and done, it's still a 1-0 lead for the Blue Jackets here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
The NFL Draft is coming, and the place for the latest information is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This guy's decision-making is impressive.
Our experts will tell you what your team needs.
They've got to get better around Geno Smith.
And which players will make an impact.
Cleveland, they might already say the number one's going to be Ward, so we got to be prepared. Who do we like it to the most?
SiriusXM NFL Radio gets you ready for the NFL Draft on Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it. In the game they're calling the Winter Classic.
Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Blue Jackets have one home game remaining in this regular season. It's coming up on Thursday night, and it's presented by Advanced Drainage Systems. The first 5,000 fans will receive the official Blue Jackets team poster, and you can buy your tickets right now. I mean literally right now by going to BlueJackets.com. The Philadelphia Flyers had a great push and a great opportunity just before the break. Now they come out of the break with a puck and they get it into the Blue Jacket zone. Jet Greaves steps out and plays it. Didn't get it out of the zone. Flyers Owen Tippett has it. Comes around behind the net, shoots it high, and it goes off Greaves and out of play. Owen Tippett's trying to find the top of that net. You know, when you look at Jet Greaves, he's listed at 6 foot. I think it's a generous 6 foot. You can find openings to the naked eye. The problem is when you go to shoot the puck, those openings are not the same because of the athleticism of the Blue Jackets goaltender. Once again, Philly with the puck, and they take a long shot. Greaves can find this one. He makes the glove save, and he holds on. And he'll set up and do it again. Danforth facing off against Paling. Danforth pulls it back. Provorov comes behind the net, up the near side for Zach Aston-Reese. He'll put it through the neutral zone. It's an icing call. He put it out there hoping that Justin Danforth could get to it, and I also think that he felt that he didn't push it far enough that it would be an icing call, but that puck just kept on going. So everybody will line up in the same position, see if Danforth can win another draw here. And he does. Provorov this time has to rim it around and out to the red line. That's where it's going to be pulled in by Igor Zamula. Flyers Ryan Paling across the ice. Gave it away to Danforth. Zamula gets it back and finds Owen Tippett. And Tippett drags it around Matejchuk. Comes in with a backhanded shot, but he missed the net. Give Matejchuk a lot of credit. He got turned the wrong way, and he got back into that play. Tippett was going backhand. That's all he had. Now Sean Corrali intercepts the Flyers' pass inside of the Blue Jacket zone. Just turns and hands it back to Ivan Provorov. Both teams are going to start to change here. Blue Jackets come back with Cole Sillinger's line. Matejchuk has the puck, and he goes up the right side for Dmitry Voronkov. He'll pitch it toward the net. Harrison gloved it, and then he dropped it, and then he gloved it again. Well, he pinned it to the ice the second time with the glove. I think he was going to play it away, and then he saw Cole Sillinger coming in there like a freight train. He said, nah, wins it. It's good work there by Sillinger and Olivier to make sure that the Blue Jackets secured it off the draw. Now Voronkov behind the net has it knocked away over to the near corner, and it's going to be picked up by the Flyers. And here they come up the ice, but pass is broken up right at the blue line. Dante Fabro, lone goal scorer so far in this game, now doing his regular job, playing defense and doing it well. Gets that puck to Zach Werenski. He hands it off to Sillinger. Good forecheck by the Flyers, but the Blue Jackets break it. Here comes Fabro up the right side. He plays it to Olivier. Nick Seeler pushing in behind the net. One hands it to Voronkov, who just touches it right back to Olivier on the near wall. Spinning away from pressure, comes toward the blue line, turns and tries to throw a shot toward the net, and it goes off a stick and out of play. I like this a lot better, quite frankly. Slow this game down. Flyers are going 100 miles an hour, and that's how they want to play. It's their last home game. They want to play hard in front of their own fans, all that jazz. I get it. But slow it down. I told you about this on Sunday, the game that the Blue Jackets played in Washington. It was a forever game, and it was icing, offside, puck out of play, icing. It was slow. Blue Jackets get the puck from the draw and take a shot that gets knocked down. But those slow games favor the road team. And now it's Marchenko with a pass to the right point, and Goodbranson had just vacated that area. So the puck goes all the way down the ice, and Konechny is putting the pressure on Goodbranson. He'll turn it over to Sean Monahan. Monahan just throws it around the boards, and it's kept in by the Flyers. Look out, this could be dangerous right here. Couturier, good stick check by Monahan. Steals that puck, gets it to Goodbranson. He puts it on the glass. Again, it doesn't come out. And the Flyers are going to get it down low. They walk it toward the front of the net. Good job by Greaves to reach out with a stick, and he played the puck. And finally, it's cleared to the red line. Cam York will throw it right back ahead, and they get it to Konechny. He's got room. He shoots, and the glove save is made by Chet Greaves. Did Konechny not read that scouting report? The glove side is a no-no. It's a no-fly zone for Jet when you shoot it on the glove side. I'll tell you that. So quick. And Konechny can't believe that he didn't have something a little bit better on that. Boy, it just caught him right on the thumb there. And he squeezed it tight. And Tilly attempting to win the faceoff. They're still battling for the puck. The Flyers have it, though. Bobby Brink gets it to Noah Cates. Trying to send it.
They get it back to him at the left point. Zach Werenski looking for traffic. Took that shot and it hit a man right in front of the goal. That was Nick Seeler. What a surprise. Into the corner. Paling reaching for it. Boone Jenner on the end wall. Finds Ken Johnson on the right wing half boards. Leaves it for Monahan. Down low. Jenner in front. Unable to get it to Marchenko. Jenner's got it again. To the blue line. He and Johnson will switch spots. Ken Johnson on the half wall. Back up top. Werenski gives it up. Marchenko behind the back pass. Werenski in front. Right to Monahan, but he couldn't take a shot. And before he could pull it to the forehand, Harrison reaches out and covers it.
Yeah, Nick Seeler does a really good defensive play here. He goes right after the stick of the forward in front, Monahan, so he can't get that shot off. Takes the stick away. The puck's laying there, and Harrison's able to get that puck frozen.
Flyers have had some pretty good performances killing penalties here late in the year. They've got Cates back out here with Tyson Forster. It's actually Konechny out with him now. With York and Travis Sanheim in Philadelphia able to clear all the way down. Werenski comes back for that. Zach Werenski sets up him behind his own goal. And here come the Blue Jackets with a man advantage. They hit the line, and Marchenko tried to do it himself. Finally bumped off the puck. Philadelphia's got it, and Konechny hoists it back down the ice. Dmitry Voronkov leads them in power play goals with 8. Monahan is next with 7. Now in the neutral zone, Kent Johnson hits the Flyer line. Behind the back pass, Zach Werenski over to the right circle. There's a shot by Boone Jenner, deflected in behind the goal. At the side of the net, Guarded Hathaway holding off Jenner. Jenner takes him hard into the boards. Columbus keeps the Flyers from clearing, but now Sanheim gets it ahead and pushed the rest of the way by Dorwart down the ice. Zach Werenski has 24 power play points to lead the Blue Jackets. Werenski dropped it back to Ken Johnson. He'll pick his way to the Philadelphia line. Back to Werenski. This is a big power play for the Blue Jackets, looking to pad their lead. It's still 1-0 Columbus. Zamula takes Ken Johnson off the puck, and the Flyers skip it the length of the ice. Coming back to get that, Danton Matejchuk leaves it for Ivan Provorov. Provorov skates to the Flyer line. Right wing pass. Penalty is over. Forster back at the ice, and the Flyers get it to Tyson Forster. He just couldn't handle that outlet pass at center. And the Blue Jackets recover. Turning in his own zone, Adam Fantilli stick handles right up the middle, runs into Couturier, who thwarts that attack.
He's a tough guy to get by.
Couturier took it away in front of the net. Michkov had it poked away. In the Columbus end, Konechny back down low. Michkov in the corner, flipped it into the circle. Konechny gave it back to Michkov and turned to Drysdale. Konechny got free into the right wing corner. They roll it in behind the net. York is back there. He stumbles. Kept the play alive. Couturier just missed Konechny with a centering pass. At the line, Jamie Drysdale leaves it for Michkov. Michkov shoots one right through the crease and wide. Couturier on the left wing. Back to the point. York's shot was gloved by Greaves. He'll squeeze it and get play blown dead. We get a timeout on the ice with 3:14 left in the second. Still 1-0 Blue Jackets on the Philadelphia Flyers broadcast network.
This is Philadelphia Flyers hockey on 97.5 The Fanatic.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag. Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month. Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey folks, Mike Miss here. You know, when choosing a lawn service, doesn't it make sense to hire a company that provides better results and is safer for your family and pets? Well, that's why I chose Natural Lawn of America. That's my lawn care company. Natural Lawn's been growing green lawns quickly, more naturally, and with fewer weeds since 1987. Take advantage of Natural Lawn's limited time offer of free seeding every year. Just call 800-FREE-SEED. Choose my lawn care company, Natural Lawn of America, for greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed.
Fans, discover the Legacy Club in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, where every day is a chance to create lasting memories. From its stunning golf course to distinctive dining options and family-friendly amenities, the Legacy Club offers something for everyone. Whether you're perfecting your golf game, enjoying a gourmet meal, or attending their exciting social or family events, the Legacy Club is your happy place. Ask about their fall membership promotion today. For details, visit thelegacyclub.com. That's thelegacyclub.com.
Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the Flyers Broadcast Network.
Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. Glow and Fire will bring fans' favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks to life at Wells Fargo Center on August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets at wellsfargocenterphilly.com.
You tell me the truth. You still have Hot Wheels at home, don't you? You play with Hot Wheels?
I've handed them down onto my son.
Oh, did you?
We make some of the most elaborate tracks. Hot Wheels is a pretty cool toy for all kids of all ages.
If anybody was still playing with toys, I figured it was you.
Well, kids grow up and then they create a wicked Hot Wheels extravaganza with real-life Hot Wheels monster trucks. It's amazing.
Penalty coming up on Philadelphia. Columbus was trying to break down the ice, and the Flyers got in the way of Zach Aston Reese. It's going to be an interference call on Philadelphia, and Emil Andre will go in.
Number 36, 2 minutes for interference.
So Andre fired the puck off the end wall in frustration, but it is going to be a penalty on the young Flyer defenseman. Otherwise, Zach Aston Reese would have stepped past him.
You know what? They always got to give the smaller guy the benefit of the doubt. I think that was a good hit by young Emil Andre.
That's your story, and you're sticking with it. Here's Sean Monahan. Gives it up. They shot and score. Kent Johnson from the right circle. That might have hit something on the way in because Ersson had it trickle off of something and between his pads. And in 7 seconds of this power play, Columbus scores. If it's Kent Johnson, it's his 24th of the year, and it's 2-0 Jackets.
Yeah, this is a one-timer. Kent Johnson picks up, and he doesn't get a lot on the shot, and I think that's what throws Harrison off, but it does change direction on the way in. It's a nice pass by Monahan, and then I think this one does go off of Sealer, who's going down. It goes off the stick. That sends it 5-hole, and it just squeaks through 5-hole. An unfortunate bounce on a shot on the power play.
17:01, the time of the power play goal for Kent Johnson. Goal number 24 from Sean Monahan. And again, once it hits your own guy, kind of all bets are off from the netminder standpoint. It did go off the stick of Nick Theater. York played into the corner. Flyers trying to get it back before the end of the period. Jamie Drysdale deep. Played it back to the line. Michkov unable to get it to the net. Skip wide. York on the end wall. Poked it free. There's a chance from the far side by Konechny and turned away. Columbus with a chance to wrap it out at center. That'll be knocked down with a high stick, and it'll be blown dead.
Again, another good offensive shift. When you got the two mobile defensemen, Drysdale and York, with Michkov and Konechny. Again, another shift. You're going to have to keep track of that puck and where it's at because they like moving it around.
So Columbus 1 for 2 on the power play in this game. They've got an even strength goal by Dante Fabro early in the second period, and then late in the period, the power play goal by Kent Johnson. So the Jackets with a 2-goal lead go back into their own zone. Eric Branson up the right side. Sean Corrali met by Yegor Zamula, who controls it center and runs into a man. And the Jackets wrap it in wide of the Philadelphia goal. Ersson out of the net to the corner. Zamula was checked. Konechny gets on Sean Corrali. Corrali protecting it and taken away by a teammate with that. Now Konechny's got it with Couturier going in front. Konechny cuts across. Backhand shot kicked away by Greaves. What a save by the young netminder Jet Greaves, and boy, he's been stellar tonight.
Oh, there's the acrobats that they talked about. Some of the color guys for the Columbus Jackets said he's an acrobatic style goaltender, and right there you see he found an extra couple of inches in that leg.
And Johnson right up the middle, over to the far corner. Two Flyers converge on him. He wrapped it in behind the net, and Yegor Zamula takes over. Flyers with 20 shots on goal have not been able to solve young Jet Greaves. And fired in deep. First star in the NHL this past week, trying to win his 4th straight game. Columbus on the attack now. Adam Ventilli hits the Flyer line. Gives it up. Johnson on the right wing half boards. Jams it across in front. Taking it off the wall. Werenski ripped a shot through the crease and wide. That'll go all the way up the far wall and back into the Columbus end. Minute to play here in the second. Behind his own net, Dante Fabro. Skates ahead, goes right up the middle. He missed that long stretch pass to Fantilli. Harrison stops it aside for Sanheim, and the Flyers will trickle it back into the Columbus end. Greaves out of the net, almost dangerously played it right up the middle. Here's Boone Jenner on the attack, though, at the Flyer line. Left wing pass, Werenski unable to get to that. Flyers break it up. Brink quickly ahead up the left wing. Forster gives it up on the right side, bounces in the air. Sanheim gloved it down, takes it in behind the net, looking for Brink at the side of the goal, and Brink spun around and lost control. Breaks the stick out of the hand of a Blue Jacket at the line. Paling gives it to Drysdale back in front and broken up by Evan Provorov on a good stick. Paling back to the line. Peltier off the bench, gets it to Drysdale. 10 seconds left in the period. Peltier with traffic in front of the net, couldn't get it there. And it's controlled and cleared by the Blue Jackets all the way down the ice. That'll go right to Sam Ersson. That'll do it. The horn sounds. The second period comes to an end. Columbus gets the only 2 goals of the period. Dante Fabro is 8th of the year at 2:32 of the period. And then late on the power play, Kent Johnson. Both goals set up by Sean Monahan. And the Blue Jackets lead it 2-0 after 2.
Oh, the closer this gets to the end of the game, the more energy Columbus is going to have as they reach the crescendo of maybe getting closer to the playoffs. And the Flyers have to stop that. They've got a 2-goal deficit coming into the third period.
Jackets outshot the Flyers 14-12. 2-period totals, 23 Blue Jacket shots, 21 for the Flyers. And Jet Greaves so far has been the star of the game for the Jackets. It's 2-0. Blue Jackets with the lead. We'll take the break, and our second intermission is coming up. Jason Martinez, Brian Smith will take you through that when we return on the Philadelphia Flyers Broadcast Network.
This is Philadelphia Flyers hockey on 97.5 The Fanatic.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Craving pizza? Head to Chef Mark Vetri's newest restaurant, Pizzeria Salvi, located in the Comcast Technology Center at 18th and Arch Streets in Center City, Philadelphia. Pizzeria Salvi borrows its name from Mark's beloved father, Sal. On the menu, you'll find a selection of pizzas, specialty slices, salads, seasonal vegetables, and of course, Sal's meatballs. Visit their website at pizzeriasalvi.com. That's pizzeriasalvy.com to learn more and book your reservations. See you at Pizzeria Salvi.
Competitive Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving all of Burlington County and parts of Camden County since 1989. Comp HVAC is a small family run to last. Give them a call at 215-913-3829 or visit them at cleancuckdeckbuilders.com to get your project started today.
Welcome to the Plus Side, where AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't.
Very interesting off-season. It's to say the least. We got a lot to do this summer for Danny Briere and company, and it'll be getting underway probably pretty soon once this thing is all said and done. But again, Jason, it's a Columbus team that we knew was going to come out pretty rocking there in that second period because they got a lot at stake. They need 2 regulation wins here in their final 2 games and 1 regulation.
He's not very big. He's listed at 6 foot. I don't believe it for a second. But he'd been very good in this game. He looks tiny in there, Frank.
If you're in a situation where you have to come back, it almost feels like an extra goal on the board for the other team. So really important for the Blue Jackets to get on the board there. They came out in the start of the second period, really peppered the Flyers at the beginning of that frame, get the goal to go ahead 1-0. But that power play goal is huge. And you know, what's funny is that play that leads to the power play to do. You don't want to get in that quarter or three-quarter ice game where you're just dumping it out. Play confidently, but don't take any unnecessary risks, and let's take this one home.
All right, I'm with you. Jeff Swoboda, Jackets Insider, joining us from Philly. Right now it's the Blue Jackets 2 and the Flyers nothing. Jeff, thanks very much.
Thank you, Dylan. Always a pleasure.
All right, we'll be back to go over the scoring summary from that second period next on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Here are 5 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1. Choose the games you just gotta see. 2. Plans start at just 11 games. 3.
You play the percentages there. That one just ends up being one of those bounces as a goalie that just ties you in knots and nothing you can do about it. You can't react to it quick enough when it changes that close with some velocity on it like that one.
Yeah, just looking back here at the Fabro goal, too, I can't seem to figure out if this is available live, but his fastest shot this year has been 90 miles an hour, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was over that.
That was
that was a moving one, and it caught 2 posts, as you mentioned. On both of those goals, really not a lot that you can fault Sam Harrison for. He has stopped the other 21 shots that he's faced. He was able to slam the door a couple of times in the first period. And again, we've talked about it. Flyers going into this offseason trying to figure out where their goaltending position is going, and if it is going to be a tandem of.
I mean, he's played 100. This is the 110th game that he's appeared in his career. He's only 25 years of age. For example, Igor Shesterkin's rookie year was 25 years of age. So this is young in goaltender kind of, dog years or however you want to call it. So he kind of got forced into a situation with the departure of Carter Hart a little bit before he was ready. And, being part of a tandem, I think can maybe get that development back on the right kind of usage track for him. And I'm not throwing in the towel that he can't be a number one goaltender in the NHL. We've seen the stretches of play. The consistency is the big thing. And, having somebody here to push him, a veteran, I think Smitty would be good for him to help him through kind of those ups and downs of being a pro. I think there's a lot of value in that. And somebody that will push him for crease time and starts, I think those will be good for his development. So I think he's absolutely a part of it. How Danny goes about that remains to be seen because, you can't just say, hey, we want to upgrade goaltending, and somebody's going to say, oh, you want to upgrade? Okay, here you go, thanks. And make it real palatable for you. It's easier said than done, especially at that position. So we'll see what route he goes, whether he goes into the free agency route or if he goes in the trade route and see who becomes available.
I mean, he played 42 games for the
two and the Islanders 0. Then in St. Louis, the Blues are beaten up on the Utah Hockey Club 3-0. Finally, at XL Energy Center, it's a 1-1 tie after a period between the Wild and the Anaheim Ducks. With the Blue Jackets up a pair, let's take a peek at our live odds brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, must be 21 plus. The Blue Jackets are big-time favorites to win this game outright on the money line at minus 1,700. They're minus 125 to cover a 2.5-goal puck line, and the live over-under sits at 4.5 goals. Remember, the Blue Jackets have to get this one done in regulation to keep their playoff hopes alive, so it all comes down to this final 20 minutes. It's the Blue Jackets 2 and the Flyers 0. Bob McElligot's got the third next on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Elk and Elk is committed to helping everyone, including those who protect us. That's why we're proud to be the presenting partner of Military Salutes. We celebrate our nation's military members and thank them for their service. Elk and Elk, official partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
It all started with a simple cheese coney in 1949. Safe to say, we all fell in love with Skyline chili. Before long, Skylines were popping up all over the place. Now, everywhere you go, Skyline is there too. And who says you can't take it with you? You can even have it shipped from Amazon to Amazon, Montana, or anywhere else in the U.S. Thanks to Skyline lovers everywhere for 75 delicious years.
Hey parents, if you're interested in getting your child started in hockey, listen up. The Blue Jackets Get Out and Learn program presented by Safelite in association with Apex Pros introduces first-time participants ages 5 to 9 to the sport of hockey for free. Each participant gets 30 minutes of instruction, a free stick and a ball, jersey or t-shirt to keep. Register for an ice or street hockey clinic now at bluejackets.com/goal. That's bluejackets.com/goal.
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit bluejackets.com/powerplaychallenge.
The Blue Jackets are ready to start the third period. Once again, here's Bob McElligott.
2-0 lead for the Blue Jackets over the Philadelphia Flyers. Shots on goal second period favored the Blue Jackets 14-12. And now through 2 periods, Blue Jackets are out shooting Philadelphia 23-21. Blue Jackets had 2 power play chances in the second period. They went 1 for 2. That's what they are in the game. Flyers didn't have any in the second period. They are 0 for 2 in this game. We head to period number 3, which is brought to you by Moo Moo Express Car Wash. Do you moo? The CBJ do. Blue Jackets skating from left to right. And I have no idea what we're going to see in the third period of this game because this game is all over the map. But the Blue Jackets have the 2-goal advantage. That's the important part right now. Dante Fabro picks up his 8th of the year at even strength. Ken Johnson his 24th of the year on the power play. Both those goals presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Sean Monahan to take the face-off against Noah Cates. Puck is down. Monahan wins it. Zach Werenski finds Boone Jenner, and Jenner will get it deep. Cates is the first guy back for the Flyers. He sends it around the boards and all the way down the ice. And it's an early icing call just 13 seconds in. From the Blue Jackets, this is the way I play the entire period. Slow, whistle, whistle, whistle. Slow it down. Flyers want to play 100 miles an hour. That's what they've done all night. And even though they haven't scored, that doesn't mean they haven't been effective. They've had chances. Slow it down. Cates and Monahan trying to face off against one another in the left wing circle of the Flyers' end. This one, they blow the whistle. They leave both combatants in. Monahan wins it. Quick shot taken by Marchenko. Just went off the stick and missed the net. Now the Flyers, Travis Sanheim plays that puck up the ice. Bobby Brink had it, and then he coughs it up to Kirill Marchenko. Marchenko goes back into his own end, gives to Fabro up the right side, tipped in deep by Jenner. The Blue Jackets will immediately make a change. Flyers have the puck. Travis Sanheim tries to send it straight ahead. It went off a Blue Jacket stick, but it did eventually get through. Now it's dumped into the Blue Jacket zone. Provorov can't get it, and now the Flyers can't hold it. It's cleared back out to center red. Drysdale goes back into his own zone for the Flyers, plays it up the right wing boards, off the stick of Michkov, and right to Ivan Provorov, who plays it off the stick of Kent Johnson. Goes in on the goaltender Ersson, and because of the pressure being applied by James Van Riemsdyk, Sam Ersson has to cover that puck and hold on. Face-off will be in the right wing circle. Oh, take that back. They're going to put it in the left wing circle. And it looks like Voronkov is going to take the face-off. Voronkov gets tied up. The puck comes toward the blue line. Goodbranson gets it, finds Sillinger, tries to get it across to Olivier. Broken up. Jordan Harris now feeds Matthew Olivier behind the net. Wraparound try, and that's stopped. Puck to the near wall. Jordan Harris has it. Trades it off for Cole Sillinger. Sends it down along the end boards. Voronkov trying to shrug off a check. Fighting to try to maintain control of the puck, and he got it to Jordan Harris. Back to Cole Sillinger on the right wing side. Slides it down along the goal line to Voronkov. And he gets it in front. Olivier bangs away at it, and it is covered by Ersson. That is a great shift by Dmitry Voronkov all the way around, really. He used his size the entire way to get that puck to Olivier in the crease. He just used his backside to stick it out and bump the defender off of him. Philly couldn't do anything, and that's what he needs to do more often. That was just a great shift for him. You want to see him play with that kind of size every night. And that's why I think that line's good for him with Olivier and Sillinger, because it's a no-nonsense line. There's very little finesse. Fabro gets the puck on a drop from Werenski. He tried to give it back to Zach. It got broken up, and it comes right back to Dante's stick. And as he puts it around the boards, Owen Tippett is there, and then Tippett lost control. Jenner trying to get to it, but what do we have, a hand pass called here? Oh, the net's off. Like he was playing possum and just sucking him in there. Yeah, you can hit this guy. Go ahead, take the long pass and hit. Oh, yeah, he'll get it off the boards. No, he won't. Shut it right down. Face-off won by the Blue Jackets. Matejchuk takes a shot. Oh, that one just sailed wide to the right. Flyers get it out to the neutral zone, settled down by Provorov inside of his own blue line. Over to Matejchuk. Sends it ahead. That one's angled in by Justin Danforth. Comes off the end board. Zach Aston-Reese got a stick on that. The Flyers power through. And Nicholas Deslauriers will lift this one back into the Blue Jacket zone. Here come the Flyers. The aggressive forecheck once again. Puck up the left side. Zach Aston-Reese tried to tip it in. Hit the official and went into the bench. These linesmen are having a night. They can't get out of the way of most anything. One got hit on the boards earlier when he's trying to jump up on top of the boards. He got hit. Kent Johnson spun out because puck hit a linesman in front of the penalty boxes in the second period. This guy can't get out of the way. One of those nights. Deer in the headlight night for the linesman. Flyers pull the puck back into their own zone, and Jamie Drysdale will lift it out to center ice. Pulled in by Jordan Harris. His pass went off a Flyers stick. That will allow Philadelphia to set up at their own blue line for a moment, and then a great stick check by Adam Fantilli to knock it loose, and JVR will get it down into the right wing corner. JVR goes chasing for it. He can't get it on his stick. Flyers again will dump it down the ice. Same result, icing. 16:43 to go here in the third. This is exactly what I ordered. Slow it down. Get it to be choppy and boring and just like you're skating in mud. If you can do that, you can get what you're looking for here tonight. The 2 points you most desperately need. Now the Flyers try to clear the puck. Goes off the glass and then into the bench. And another face-off inside of their zone is coming up. Montreal is off tonight. They take on the Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow. Only time, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not only time, but for tomorrow for sure. Puck is out to the neutral zone by the Flyers. They almost lost it. They get it back. Noah Cates puts it into the Blue Jacket zone. Zach Werenski gets there. Gets put it to the boards by Sanheim. And now the puck is thrown out in front of the Blue Jackets net. But the Flyers, again, can't get a stick on it. Voronkov breaks up a pass. Fabro took the puck, then he loses it. Here's a chance for Forster, and he's stopped by Jet Greaves. Follow-up chance, and yet another stop. As Greaves will cover it up. 2 for the price of 1 right there for Jet Greaves. And he keeps this a 2-0 Blue Jackets lead in the third period. Well, they don't want to put him in this spot. And they did, but there he was, doing what he needed to do. Now Monahan will face off against Couturier. Monahan wins it. That's a great face-off win. Matejchuk gets the puck, got it to Marchenko. Back to Provorov and up the ice off the stick of Monahan and into the Flyers zone. And Ersson is going to be forced to cover for another draw. Well, if the Blue Jackets can do the work they need to do here, and if the Hurricanes can finish their season with a win tomorrow, that would make Thursday night at Nationwide Arena quite a night. Would make it win and you're in night. So much time between now and then, though. See what happens. And here comes, including in this game. Flyers back into the Blue Jacket zone. Travis Sanheim takes a pass from Travis Konechny. Got it back to Konechny and tried to put it in front. It goes off a stick, and the Blue Jackets have it. They'll skate it out. Monahan gives to Marchenko. Brings it over the blue line and sends it deep. Sanheim gets it over to Konechny. You know, this game is the old catch-22 type thing, right? It's only a 2-goal lead, so Philadelphia gets a goal. Like, they're right back in it. So you don't want to quit playing offense as Justin Danforth fires a shot from the left wing side and Ersson catches it and holds on. You don't want to quit playing offense, but yet you want to protect your lead. And because of the way the Flyers have been just all over the ice going so fast here tonight, you just kind of, you can see what they're doing. They're getting to the red line, they're getting it deep. They're getting to the blue line, they're getting it deep. Not always trying to make that scoring pass play, but just trying to make the smart play. Here's a shot from Werenski off the draw, and that one deflects and hits the glass behind the net. Danforth pulls it down. Back out to Zach at the left point. Zach trying to create a shooting lane. He didn't. Shot got blocked, but Danforth is over to pick it up. He almost got horse-collared over at the far corner. And now Werenski knocks down a clearing attempt. He throws it behind the net. Danforth is there, takes a hit from Cam York. Comes off that hit, gets back to the puck on the left wing boards. Circles around, takes a look. Drags it to the corner, continues to drag it, feeds it back out to Werenski. Right side, Goodbranson's over there. He'll take a shot. That one hit somebody in front, hit one of the Flyers, actually. And now Philadelphia will clear it out to the neutral zone, where Werenski will simply steal it back and rush it back in. And he takes a shot, and Ersson makes a glove save, and he holds on. Ersson's got to be shaking his head right now. Like, what are you guys doing? First of all, they're in the zone for a long time. Then you clear it out, and you clear it out for about a second and a half, and they've got it again, and they're bringing it right back in on me. So it's quite the conundrum for the Flyers here. Travis Konechny took a hit from Eric Branson. Felt the effects of that hit. Flyers win the faceoff in their own end. Send the puck back behind the net. Zamula will now walk it out. Looks to the left and missed his man. Missed him from 8 feet. Provorov will take it now. Puts it to Kent Johnson, left wing side. Johnson will just funnel it down to the end wall. The Flyers come back in there and pick it up. And they play it out to the neutral zone. Hathaway had it stripped off his stick. And a big hit put on Kent Johnson. He was laid out by Garnett Hathaway. He's been waiting to hit somebody all night. Hathaway has. That's his game. He got Kent Johnson. Kent pops right back up onto his skates. No harm, no foul. And the Flyers will bring it back into the Blue Jacket zone. 13:45 to go in the third period. Provorov couldn't clear the zone. Flyers have the puck. Sealer back across in the high slot. Sanheim takes a shot. Save made. The rebound is picked up. A wraparound tried. It will not go. And Greaves was out of position, trying to lunge back to his left. And he got some help there from Provorov. Now another shot. This one misses the net. Voronkov gets to it. A great chop off the backhand to send it down the ice. And it does not go far enough for icing. 13:15 left. Regulation time. Blue Jackets lead 2-0. Travis Sanheim loses the puck in the neutral zone. Zach Werenski's got it. Brings it in. Creates a 2-on-1. And he holds. He tried to get it over to Olivier, and it missed. And now the Flyers will come back with an on-man rush. Well, they really won't. The Blue Jackets got it to a 2-on-2, and Werenski came back into the play. And it's going to be simply flipped right back out. Zach Werenski is unbelievable. He's on the rush at one side, sees the turnover. He gets right back into the play, and then he just calmly flips the puck right out of the zone. It's ridiculous. It really is. Ridiculous in the best possible way, I tell you. Flyers again standing at their own blue line. Cam York. They'll send this one in. It goes behind the net. Greaves tried to play it, but it bounced over his stick. Now it'll be Marchenko on the far wall. He's got it. Puts it behind the net to Fabro. Dante will play it up to Boone Jenner. He gets it right around Cam York. Brings it into the right wing circle. Wanted to drag it to the net. York put the body on him. So Boone stops. He's still got that puck on his stick.
You're a diehard fan or just vaguely sports curious. You're a diehard fan or just vaguely sports curious. Casuals is the podcast for you. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky! Nico will get this puck a little bit too far down the ice. It's an icing call against the Blue Jackets. With 11:36 to play here in the third period, the Blue Jackets holding a 2-goal lead. 2-0. They're up on Philadelphia. They're out shooting the Flyers 29-24. Monahan beats Couturier cleanly on the face-off here, but Fabro couldn't get the puck out of the zone. He'll get another chance. He won't miss on this one. Flyers Nick Sealer back into his own end. Plays it up the left wing side for Matvei Michkov. Leaves it for Sanheim. Drop it to Konechny. Down to Michkov. Comes around behind the net. Throws it out in front. Went off the skate. Comes back to him. Now it's Konechny with a shot. Off the blocker of Jet. Sealer. Far side. And they angle it from the slot. Right in on Greaves. He makes a save. And Marchenko will clear it to the neutral zone. Fresh off the bench, Zach Aston Reese. He's got it. Throws it in front. Corrali with a shot that's stopped by Ersson. Oh, that could have been the nail in the coffin right there if that one would have gone in. That might have taken all the life out of the Flyers. Great setup there by Zach Aston Reese. The Flyers now have to set up in the neutral zone because they're going to be offside. Puck is played back into the Blue Jackets' end now. Provorov tried to clear it around Paling, and he couldn't. Corrali winds up with the puck. He takes a hit from behind, and the puck is dumped down the ice. It'll be an icing call. So Corrali, he was trying to take his time and make the play, and he had no idea he was being closed in on from behind. So now it'll be his job to win the faceoff against Ryan Paling. Nope, take that back. Danforth will take this face off. Danforth does win. Got it to Goodbranson, who can't get enough on it to get it out of the zone. But there's Corrali again. Neat little play. Tried to get it out. It hit his own teammate. Now he's got it again. Almost looked like he got hooked trying to carry it out of the zone. Anyway, he does get it down into the Flyers' end. Danforth steps around the defender. Goes to the end boards. He and Zach Aston-Reese. Aston-Reese tried to knock the puck away. It's cleared out to the neutral zone. This will work out perfectly because the Blue Jackets want to change. And they'll drag it back into their own end. We have just passed the halfway point of period number 3. Blue Jackets continue to lead in this game in Philadelphia by the score of 2-0. And here's a pass ahead off the stick of JVR. Flyers get it. They hustle it up the near side. Out to the neutral zone. Fabro's got it. He'll dump it back in. The Blue Jackets reset. But it's Philadelphia. Oh, they just gave it away to Fabro. He goes up the left side for Kent Johnson. Johnson will get it in the air over the defense and then put it on the end boards back to the blue line. There's a shot by Fabro, and that one hit 2 bodies and wound up on the goalie. And Ersson makes a save. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Sam Ersson, this game might have been over a long time ago. Because the Blue Jackets very well could have at least 4 here. And here comes Delorier. Takes a shot that hits the side of the net. Fabro then chops it away from him on the rebound. And Fantilli is going to the penalty box. He just set the puck over the glass in the defensive zone with 9:05 remaining in the third period. Blue Jackets 2 and the Flyers nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
We are endlessly committed to our clients. Our dedication can be felt every step of the way to a resolution that can change everything. We are there for every client, every day. Call Elk & Elk at 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota, including the best-selling Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through April 30th, get 5.25 APR financing on any new Camry or lease it.
To bring you a co-branded golf hat. Now, to bring you a co-branded golf hat. Now, you can only get it by purchasing through a special ticket program, and you get either blue or white, so you get to make your choice. But you get that ticket package to see the Blue Jackets take on the Islanders on Thursday night. Get yours by going to BlueJackets.com/Grayson. Adam Fantilli's in the penalty box for delay of game. The Flyers are on the power play, 0 for 2 in this game. And I don't like this. Blue Jackets vector security penalty kill has got to be good again. And they lose the faceoff. Flyers have the puck connecting. Out to the blue line. And it is Bobby Brink. Back to Travis Konecny.
Dropped it to Konecny. He'll skate through the middle, hits the Columbus line, shoveled it right side, gets it back from Matvei Michkov, whipped hard around behind the net up the near side and past Couturier, so the Flyers can't really even get in and set up.
Yeah, just some tired decision making there at the end of that attempted power play. Never really got anything set up.
Flyers get some of the second unit out. Here's Ryan Poehling. Good burst of speed, cutting through center. Hits the line, put it right onto a Columbus stick, though. And the Blue Jackets clear. And the
old Bluebirds come out there, Timmy.
Yep, and for good reason. Cates at center, pulls away from man, gave it a Poehling. He was stripped of the puck before he could take a shot, and Columbus forces it out to center. Sean Monahan dishes it in deep. Columbus changes on the PK with just 5 seconds left on the penalty time. Here's Owen Tippett picking it up as he hits center ice, gives it up left wing. Peltier stopped by Adam Fantilli stepping out of the penalty box. He was serving that bench minor. Drysdale unable to get to it on the end wall. Jacob Peltier does. Turns away, trying to get it in front. Poehling face of the left circle. Into the high slot. Sanheim shoots one and kicked away by Greaves. Voronkov unable to clear. The loose puck. The Jackets come back for it and get it out to Kirill Marchenko, and he's got room to skate up the right side. Marchenko looking at the net. It's caromed off a body and in. Kicked in, but I think they will allow that goal as Columbus had a man right down the middle, off his body and in. It'll be Adam Fantilli with his 30th goal of the season.
Yeah, Marchenko's got 2 guys driving here on entry. It's Fantilli who actually gets this. And I'm not sure if it's a stick or if it's actually his shin pads. Either way, it goes right in the upper part of the net. Harrison doesn't have much chance on this one. Even if that gets by Fantilli, Marchenko's got a wide open guy back door. This goes off the tip of the toe of Fantilli and into the net.
So Columbus has their second 30-goal scorer of the year off the skate of Adam Fantilli. His 6th goal in the last 5 games. Set up by Marchenko, and the Blue Jackets with a comfortable 3-0 lead now. Out in front, it's lifted out by Sean Corrali, and back down the ice wide of the Philadelphia net. This will be icing called here against Columbus. Well, go to the net, Fridge, on a play like that, good things will happen. It wasn't kicked in, it just went off his skate, and they count the goal.
Yeah, that's a goal scorer's goal. It goes off the foot of Adam Fantilli.
13:26 was the time of the goal. Provorov, the other assist, along with Marchenko. Lifted high into the air over the head of Cam York. Zach Aston-Reese bounces off a check of Nick Cedar in the Philadelphia end. The Jackets steer it to the line. Fabro goes point to point. Werenski threw it wide of the goal to Karam off the end wall right to Noah Cates. Cates gets it up the boards and Brink outlets to Cam York. Gives it back to Brink up the left wing. Skates into the Columbus line. Dropped the pass. York turned and batted it free for Noah Cates. Cates, 2 Jackets converge on him and take the puck away. And Columbus will clear the zone to center. Back to the Philadelphia line. Cam York backs away from a man. Intercepted by Corrali. He'll skate back in. He's got a man going to the net. Van Riemsdyk, the shot wide of the goal. JVR comes up with it on the far wall and cycled back in behind the net. Ken Johnson will get to it for Columbus. Leaves it in on the wall in the corner. York can't play it away. Johnson knocked that down. JVR spins free in the corner. Swings behind the net. Banks it out left point. Marchenko carries over to the near side. Gets free into the right wing circle, looking at the net, again stops, puts the break on and plays it back to the line. Ken Johnson shot blockered away by Sam Ersson. That was the 33rd shot of the game for Columbus. Headed the other way is Konechny at the Columbus line. He steps in, whips it hard around out left point. Getting there is Andre to hold it in. He'll dance by a man. Picked up by Konechny. Konechny curls into the high slot over to the far point, and Karam's one off the end wall wide. It'll be covered up, and we get a whistle and a timeout on the ice. 4:47 to go here in the third period. Now 3-0 Blue Jackets on the Philadelphia Flyers broadcast network.
This is Philadelphia Flyers hockey on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
J. Tyler Jewelry designs unique 14-karat and 18-karat gold pieces that elevate everyday style with timeless luxury. Founded locally by a mother-daughter duo, each creation is meticulously crafted on Philadelphia's Jewelry Row, blending classic elegance with personal stories. Set up a consultation and co-create a one-of-a-kind piece perfect for life's special moments. You can reach J. Tyler Jewelry at 610-677-5800 or visit them at jtylerjewelry.com to explore their story and designs.
The Bugs are back in town. Ovo by Cirque du Soleil. The classic everybody loves. With new characters, new staging, and new mind-bending acrobatics. You don't want to miss this one. Ovo. Playing July 11th to 13th at Wells Fargo Center. Tickets at CirqueDuSoleil.com.
Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the Flyers Broadcast Network.
Get ready to find out what the buzz is all about. Cirque du Soleil is bringing Ovo to the Wells Fargo Center July 11th through the 13th. Tickets are on sale now at Wells Fargo Center, Philly.com.
Well,
you ever been to one of those?
No, I haven't.
Cirque du Soleil's, they're awesome.
Have you been?
Yeah, I bet you this.
In Vegas?
I bet you this Greaves could be a Cirque du Soleil guy. As acrobatic as he is as a goaltender.
Quick shot deflected into the corner. Flyers still looking to get off the schneid. They've not been able to beat Jet Greaves on 28 shots. Ersson makes one more save, and the rebound just bounced away from Sean Monahan. Flyers Michkov outlet, but picked off by Marchenko. Marchenko threw it to the net, deflected by Cedar, up and out of play. So try as they might to stay with this desperate Columbus team. Hey, give the Blue Jackets credit, because they are just refusing to go away. They're about to win their 5th in a row here.
Yeah, the Jackets, this is the drive that they've been trying to get into the playoffs, and obviously winning all the way out. You got a 5-game road sprint going into the playoffs. Still got to depend on a little bit of help.
Flyers right now would have the 5th best chance at the first draft pick if things were to end this way. Still one more game to play. That's Thursday in Buffalo. Flyers batted free at the side of their own net. Controlled by Paling. Heel outlet. On the move now. Andre at center gets the red line. Stuffs it back into the Columbus end. Provorov back for that. He'll leave it for Gudbranson. He'll lift that high into the air. Yegor Zamula had to go off of his glove. Voronkov gave it up, but caught ahead of the play. Offside was Matthew Olivier. And that'll bring a whistle with 3:49 left in this one. Well, if you missed it, the Flyers announced their end-of-season awards before the game tonight. And Travis Sanheim was the best defenseman of the year, the Barry Ashby Award winner. Travis Konechny, the Bob Clark winner, is the MVP. Bobby Brink wins most improved this season. We'll go through the other ones here in a moment. Upended was Hathaway runs into a man. It was Justin Danforth. Columbus out of his own goal and misplaying it was the netminder Jet Greaves. That's the first thing he didn't do right tonight. Blue Jackets recover, though. They played up that left wing. Zach Aston Reese was checked. Hathaway went to the ice hard as he collides with Danforth. And they're having words, giving each other the stick as they head back up the ice.
Just an ornery old man out there, Hathaway. Playing with an edge all year. Doesn't change. You got to love him.
He says, who you calling? Dumped in wide. Hathaway puts a shoulder into a man. This time he got Dante Fabro. Noah Cates finds the puck in front of his own bench and leaves it back to his defense. Columbus is changing. Nick Delorier up the left wing. Will angle it into the right wing corner. Columbus gets there first. They clear over the glove or off the glove of Sanheim. That goes into the Columbus bench, and it's out of play. So the faceoff comes back into the Columbus end with under 3 minutes left in this third period. Blue Jackets, if they win tonight, it'll be their 39th. They'll have 87 points. Will still have to win their final game of the regular season on Thursday in regulation. They've got the Islanders Thursday at home. But Montreal could end it before that if they get a point out of their game with Carolina tomorrow. Jammed in on the end wall. Monahan behind the net. Flyers almost snuffed that out. Banded free. Matejchuk gets it up the right side all the way back into the Philadelphia end. Cedar's got to hurry back for that. Sean Monahan has 2 assists in the game. I think the first star of the contest, though, should be Jet Greaves. He's been outstanding. 28 saves on 28 Flyer shots.
Yeah, that's pretty safe to say. He's played a tremendous game, and obviously leading into this as well, played some good hockey for Columbus. They're kind of riding him. And the energy from the young guy in the lineup, the goaltending position. Tough position, but he's got an opportunity, made the most out of it.
Yeah, Greaves, 3 goals allowed in his last 3 games. Beat Washington twice. And what a story he'll become if Columbus can manage to sneak by Montreal here in these last couple of days of the regular season. On the center ice, Konechny finds the loose puck. Couturier had it poked away from him. Here comes Columbus right back in. Kent Johnson trying to cut into the middle. Turn through it at the net. That caromed off a skate. And Van Riemsdyk had a chance for a moment with his back to the net, but he couldn't find the loose puck. Flyers outlet Michkov. Lays it left wing. Couturier barely out of gas. Couldn't quite get to it.
He is tired. He's back and forth. Obviously taking a little more responsibility defensively, playing with Michkov and Konechny, but a little gas at the end of that shift.
Tank was on empty there. Here's Columbus inside their own line. Favreau plays it off the far wall. Wrapped back to Matthew Olivier. And final minute of play. Columbus looks like they're going to stay alive in the playoff race. Swinging in deep behind his own goal. Peltier gives it to Cam York. Drysdale rips it up that right side. Owen Tippett, he's got something to say maybe about this goose egg. Left wing pass, though he couldn't hook up with Jacob Peltier. Here's Sillinger ahead. Olivier deflects it in deep. York back for that. Chipped it in behind his own goal, but into the far corner. Columbus gets there first. Cole Sillinger spins it down low. Olivier trying to find skating room in behind the net. They've got Voronkov in front. Can't get it there. Paling broke that up. Finds his own man in front of the goal, and Peltier will angle one off the end wall. Reach for the puck, and Tippett got there and ripped the shot wide of the goal. Tippett tried to stuff it on that far post, and a save there by Greaves. The design play, they tried to spring Owen Tippett. It almost worked.
Anytime you have Owen Tippett in a foot race with any player, it should be get it right down. He's going to win every time.
Well, Jet Greaves has just won his 6th game of the season, his 9th in his career, and this is his 20th game. He's recorded his 2nd career shutout as he blanks the Flyers 3-0. Jet Greaves makes 29 saves, and he has been the savior for the Columbus Blue Jackets here the last week.
Yeah, he has actually. You know, he's riding high right now, gets a shutout, plays one of the best games for the Columbus Blue Jackets, but this is a team that's still in the race right now, Columbus. You got to tip your hat to them. Flyers obviously meeting at center ice as they give the old wave to the crowds. The fans of Philadelphia will be pleased that they're going into the summertime and things can only go up from here.
So the final game of the home schedule. The Flyers fall to the Blue Jackets. Again, the Flyers at center ice with sticks raised, saluting the fans that have supported them, win or lose, all season long. Flyers have one game left. That's Thursday in Buffalo. It's a 7 o'clock start. Our pregame show begins at 6:30 Thursday night. We hope you'll be tuned in. A special thank you to Betsy Deming, Rodney Bird, our whole support staff, with Jason Martinez, Brian Smith, and everybody else involved. Mike back in the studio. All the guys that have helped us at that end. Tough season for the Flyers, but one more left, and then they will turn their attention to a big summer that lies ahead. Final score, Blue Jackets win at 3-0. Stay tuned. Our post-game show is next. Brian Smith has that when we return on the Philadelphia Flyers Broadcast Network.
This is Philadelphia Flyers hockey on 97.5 The Fanatic.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop.
What if I open my soul? Here I stand by myself on my
Pizzeria and restaurant in Beverly, New Jersey. Serving sandwiches, burgers, authentic Italian dinners and pastas, hand-spun shakes, and uniquely creative new menu items. Ricardo's offers easy online ordering, loyalty rewards, and fast delivery. Enjoy a meal from a...
What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise. I'd rather want you to just let me be. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived, and so misguided.